Maybe something else making it sideways that you don't know.
Oh, okay then.
The injured
No,
waves.
I know, Chad. Savage is back. It's awesome.
Stop.
That's not true.
That's my hair.
We have peoples.
Is that me?
Ranger Savage.
When do we
Hey,
find John
Batman!
Eden?
Hey,
What?
no,
What?
no hats indoors. They're
Disrespectful.
locked.
Eden! Stop licking me. I don't need a bath.
We'll let the assistant have privileges.
You wanna sit next to me, Braggy? Yes. Sit next to me, Braggy. Braggy. Oh.
Shut.
Where's she needs to
Import. I'm just gonna
Be normal.
here. I'm just gonna stand here. and
Also,
click
I
buttons
think
and
that-
stuff like that.
Your armband's still there.
Fuck! It's fine! I still have
Oh,
time!
boy,
I
miss
kinda-
you.
That's kind of a fun, quirky thing, though. So, it's...
I can't make fun of
Someone
it
did
because
not
it's
take
so
into
dumb.
account the armband.
Hey, miss you.
Imagine having an armband.
Apparently, we are rooming together. Just so
Imagine.
Oh, Pog!
Imagine, did I already tell you about your mouth?
Yeah, I am
Nice.
trying to get it resolved, but
I'm telling you, miss you.
It's alright,
it's
homie.
soft.
Wait,
Whenever you do that, it's- I want.
Hey,
I wanna go-
Shanrock,
You cloned the descriptor?
I'm not the one.
you want to hear what it sounds like?
Are up
Oh, okay then.
in 3, 2,
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
1,
Too late!
begin.
Morning, professors.
Morning!
Morning.
Morning.
Good synthetic morning.
Medic Synthetic, morning.
Good morning.
Palace.
Dallas.
How'd your sleep?
Well,
Any of the candidates keep any of you up?
So you say that, chat.
Oh,
But
that's one that plays music.
unfortunately.
I have the
That's
sight
pretty
on.
Nice.
Some of them
Actually,
some
what
of
happened to the
just-
outlines?
and Others have a very weird sleeping habit.
That's weird.
for sure.
I'll fix that later.
Well, we have some nocturnal and diurnal, I don't quite know how I should address them. Because they're not obviously those animals, right? But they have parts of it. So there's a question of whether or not how much, the other animal sort of plays a part.
That's most likely a question for Reginald.
Address them, just tell their name.
No, Sid.
They have a scuffing.
Do you,
Did the candidates keep you up?
no, he sleeps a lot. It's his,
Since everyone the
his
headmaster is here.
Wonderful. I believe the last paperwork has been sorted as well. Good. Don't see any paper. Seems the candidates are adjusting well over the past week. Any incidents to report? Tell us.
None that I've perceived or have been reported. Seems that everyone is getting along well.
Very good. I'll keep this brief then. We have a few things to discuss ahead of your class today, Dusk. There is, the beginning of our new orientation exercise, the Keep. I know a lot of work has gone into it. The assistance of the General and the Wardens to fine-tune it. I know Soliloquy and Clink, you both have worked quite a lot on making sure the mechanisms inside work properly. So next week, we will actually begin our actual testing with our students. To that end, we are making selections this week so they can prepare themselves. In advance of that, Reginald. After I make my selections, I'm going to want you to make sure they're all medically cleared. They
Can do,
do so
Principal.
anytime during the week prior to the thing. If we don't have them medically cleared by the actual time we bring them into the keep, then you'll have to do that at that time. Understood?
Understood. I can do.
Those of you who are going to be operating the keep, mostly Clink and Soliloquy, as well as Hayden, making sure the battle statistics are properly recorded, want to make sure that the system checks are done thoroughly ahead of time. This system has the potential of being incredibly dangerous for the students. Want to make sure it's fine-tuned as properly as can be. For the actual selection of how we're going to pick our candidates as we decide, I figured it may be easiest to have a teacher move with each of the candidates. That teacher can choose any method they wish to select their groups. We'll have 5
We
groups,
select our
individual
groups.
Smaller squads, 7 or 8, I believe, with the number of candidates we have. With the final day being the entire academy as their exam. To see how they do. It's a full, we'll say, tasking. Any questions? Right. In that case, it's just a matter of order. I myself will go first. I will select a number of students after your class today. Dallas. Who would like to go second?
Suppose I shall.
He can go.
And then you can go third.
I'll take the
And then
fourth one if
fourth?
that's okay.
Very well. The fifth.
I'll take 5th.
And then the final.
I'll take that one.
Likewise.
The both of you. That should be interesting. Very well. In that case, we'll prepare to have our students move through in these groups. For those who come after me, do not select any of the candidates that I've selected, and so on and so forth. We want to be sure that all of the candidates have at least one run to the keep before our final examination day. The expectations of the professors leading is to let the candidates show their own abilities. Let them pick their own command structure. You're to observe them and protect them if things get difficult. Do not baby them. They are warden candidates after all. They're going to need to be ready to deal with adversaries of this level, at least, even without an arms.
What's the level of difficulty intended for the keep?
It is going to be at the range of freshly graduated wardens.
Give them a benchmark
I
then.
was told that that sounded too difficult, but frankly, that's the level we need them at. Even ahead of them getting their arms, they need to be ready. So we're going to send them to the gauntlet and see if they sink or swim. Hopefully they're fast learners and will swim. Ultimately, the students will also be getting information from this first run. That should help them, the ones down the line, if they communicate with each other and provide that information to the others. And the ones behind whatever are the first runs should be more equipped with information, and therefore we'll have to make it harder for them. Very well. If there are no other reports for this meeting, and no other concerns in regards to the keep, then we'll get ourselves situated, and we'll ring the bell calling the students up from the dormitory.
Understand.
I'll leave today in your hands, Dusk. Best of luck. Right, Dusk as well. The Warden Captain and Warden Aries have said that they are prepared. I can also get my equipment if need be.
Ah, very good. Your participation would be useful, Eldris.
Very well. Dismissed, everyone.
It is at once too late, too early.
We need to watch them closely, Aiden. I'm sure they'll show some
What's
interesting
it?
signs.
What?
Especially some of the ones
Don't
that
you
I
try and,
believe
you know,
are-
get yourself acquainted with the, other teachers?
What was that, Pez?
Aries,
Sorry, I was a
I
bit
will need your
confused.
assistance in 2 days.
They will teach them.
And why are you in full regalia?
I will teach something that will give them functional.
Four more things that I talked to you and Volgus about. I plan on doing that soon as soon as if you two don't mind.
you want me sitting in?
He's gone.
Doing it in the other clothes doesn't seem right.
Alright. We'll see where things are at that time.
That's my good Paz.
Uh,
My time is free.
Judging by the amount of professors
I
we
can
have
use
in the room.
painkillers.
We just finished.
Would help at least.
Oh, well, I'm
Talking about an upcoming lesson plan. And the simulations that you tested.
Ah, so that's what I heard from your room this morning. Your stretches.
Good. And I'm glad to hear they're already being put to the test. Would have it no other way.
Paz.
I think they got some valuable data out of your run.
It would be dusk. I did have a
Though
question.
it won't be up to the difficulty that you were set to.
Okay. Was wanting to
I would hope not.
possibly
They are still
help
candidates,
out
of
with
course.
an experiment.
Morning,
New
Voldrus.
candidates.
General,
As you are the
you're actually looking
researcher.
competent, eh?
Well,
make sure you
I
leave.
actually have to handle official business. The thing I was talking to you about. With your signature and his.
Come inside.
Indeed. They wanted to use the garden
Stay out here.
to do something with the...
There
I'm
is.
not too sure what he was talking about. Something from his homeland.
I hate how official I have to be, but
Good night.
you know.
But you know.
For now. I will need your signatures and a small thing of ink on your thumb. Fingerprint. Or they won't actually take me serious and say that I forced you into it.
Don't worry, I've been dealing with them much longer. I know how difficult they are, bureaucracy and all that. There,
Not quite the pain in the ass.
the signature of the Celestial Rook, all yours.
Appreciate it.
Are you still gonna need mine even with me not having fingerprints?
I actually don't know how I was going to do yours without fingerprints. For now, just, I guess, put a thumb thing down and I'll just say it was yours. Especially with your signature. They'll understand, I hope. If not, then I'll give them an earful.
Yeah, you both know what his skin looks like.
You'll make it work. Right,
I know.
I need to call my students in.
Of course.
I look forward
What,
to seeing how this works out for us.
What class do they have today? Do you mind if I attend? I'd like to watch in a little, if you don't mind, of course.
It's tactics. It'll be taught by Dusk. Should be interesting to watch.
Well, then I would be most intrigued to watch, if you don't mind. I need your
By all
approval.
means.
first. Appreciate it.
Braggy, make sure the general is well suited.
Will do, sir. And I assume as other professors, we can see the lesson.
Of course, you can.
If we don't have other duties.
I do have to fill out my paperwork to the council today, so I will not be present, at least until the end.
they ask about you, I'll pass that on.
Tedious work. Understood. I can take the bread. For now, take these 2 paper slips and put them in my desk at HQ. I'll pick them up on my way out.
Understood.
Of course, bread was the first part of that sentence. You start with the important things first.
All students, please report to the Academy grounds information on the blacktop. I repeat, all students, please report to the Academy grounds information on the blacktop.
Yes, that's...
After the
What
lesson,
exactly is blacktop?
the blacktop is out back. It's the field,
Observation.
Where they were before.
outside the train station.
Spiritual observation of the star.
I'll be going to the bakery.
You do not need to see them to be with them.
Formalities bid me to. So, in order to handle official business,
Told me that there is a great.
it only felt right to do it in a form.
Is it you having to socialize?
I don't know which one suits you better, really.
But it is the same omen that I get every day.
After the
Personally, be a
lesson,
little more loose.
I'll be going to the bakery if you want to join.
Sure.
Where do the candidates go?
Better allow me to take this off.
Shoot, what did the announcement say? Where are the students lining up? The front of the
They're
school,
going
right?
to the blacktop.
I thought that was some
The blacktop refers to the field outside the train station where they first arrived.
Just go around the back.
So we should be going over there, right?
Yes, you can head out that way.
Wonderful. Yeah, Shiloh is wonderful.
I will join you in a minute. I wish to...
Imagine you two be working
Hmm.
quite a bit together, I'm sure.
Pretty good.
Okay, pretty good. Okay, yeah. I'm all right.
Hello, Reggie.
Good morning. Hello, Professor.
Good morning, candidates. Eater.
Professor?
Just call me Braggy.
Understood.
And not the Warden General.
I won't be late. Oh, my goodness, I'm already late.
I was lucky enough I got to spare you from it last week.
Hmm. And I thought you'd been intentionally trying to snub me.
No.
Is there any reason why we're standing up here? Beyond just hearing?
I came over to speak to Ader for a moment before heading down with them.
How hard it is to clean stains out of white? Why did they give the students white uniforms this year? I have been telling them for years. This is not personal, by the way, but I'm just saying this is not a good idea.
I'm looking forward to your lesson today, Dusk.
Go down.
To catch up along. Hopefully you don't fall asleep, Braggy. It is a bit of a lecture.
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Accidentally left some.
Voltrus, is your...
Yes, General.
Are you shouting unintentionally?
We got it. We got it.
Do you
think that's part of his arms.
What, speaking loud?
Projection.
I don't know.
Projection.
Be an interesting
How
Take notes, Uriel. For a radio announcer. Projection, yes, I've heard it all my life.
I'm just copying.
Oh, okay. I don't do that. It gets in the way of my phone.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
No shit.
To be fair, apparently the front fold or the back fold works just as well. I'm just used to that from my You know, this is a good time. Catch up.
No. No, he's not.
I was talking about ketchup. It gets into the white uniform.
Yeah, that's general.
Like general or what?
Wait, Froggy's a general. No.
Of us, yeah, of us.
Is he the one with the size standing way up there?
No, he's the one coming down here. Old man.
One with the big coat.
Oh, I didn't recognize him on account of you wearing clothes.
I didn't either.
Right?
Candidates, eyes front. First week has been an adjustment, but Talos reports that you have been on good behavior. That is the minimum expected of each of you. Keep doing at least the minimum. Today you will be in the hands of Instructor Dusk. Afterwards, there will be an orientation exercise outside, after which we will select the first who will take the first orientation exam. Prepare yourselves. Dusk, your class.
Morning, candidates. Follow me to the classroom. Our first lesson will be a lecture.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Steiner. Ruth Sect. Rue Eckert. 721.
Well, do we have some medication that
As I said, I'll be in my office if anyone needs me.
I'll pass that along.
Who is allergic to fur?
Oh, no, that's not. I'm good.
Was there any that have feather allergies? I know that there was quite a few who had allergies, it just wasn't quite specified on the what.
Imagine being allergic to birds. Couldn't be me.
Oh no, me too.
What?
As you can see, the wall is
It
wonderful.
happened to me as well.
Your first morning roll call. You learn things really fast.
I don't know if you could hear them.
No.
They were talking about you.
Is there any that are allergic to birds?
Well, I'm
You
sure
got-
it's quite the contrast for them.
You got the reaction you wanted.
I'd have to
glad.
go deeper to see if it.
At least I'll know when I'm on business.
Very good.
Wow, an allergy to fur. That's very casual.
Well, it's very common for the
I
Mm.
imagine it's quite
Some of them still believe you're a hobo.
I don't know what class.
Yes, that is
That was the.
terrible malady.
As long as I know when to be serious, that's all that matters to me.
Are you sure you want to
Other
follow
than
me?
is-
I'm slow.
That's quite the good class.
I'm used to your speed.
Indeed. The last week or so, they've
You all are dismissed if you wish to be.
been learning, proving
don't have to
themselves.
stay up
It's
here.
nice to see.
Understood.
Many of them actually have shown interest in the support path and the medical field.
So why are you all quiet and serious now with the different outfit?
Formalities. I like to. feel
He's doing his job.
Wait, are they taking my thing?
Be a little nice of me when I'm informed, maybe.
Is that an order? Soliloquy.
I have no reason to order something so simple.
You're gonna intimidate them.
Would you like me to stay out?
No.
Because that's sharp coming from you.
You're gonna find out what it's like for me all those years.
So, welcome. Have no fear.
There we go.
I take good care of my colleagues I work with. I'll not treat them as I did before.
Very good. Are we missing any stragglers?
Anyways, in we go.
If you know of a roommate, speak up now.
Probably. I think Miss Camilla might be on her way.
Camilla's back here.
Speak of the devil. Very good. Welcome, students, to one of your first lessons. A bit of a lecture, so I apologize, but just as important. On your desks, you will find a textbook. It's called The Atlas of Battle. You will be starting it as homework by the end of this day. You will need to read 20 chapters, starting from the beginning. But first, paradise is a distant memory. Our world is dead. And yet here we are, refusing to die with it. We resisted the end of days, persisted and struggled against it. An immeasurable amount of sacrifice had led you all here to this classroom, to continue this very struggle. You are here for a reason, candidates. Sacrifice. Every second of every day, out there, beyond that shield, every living...
I may not be selecting anyone.
Swims, flies...
I think Braggy and Dusk are going to simultaneously lead the end, which is the entire class, instead of small subsets.
As one of your professors, it is my job to prepare you with the fundamentals of combat and survival. I will not succeed. Not with all of you. If you wish to survive, you need to cultivate a strong mental aptitude. Learn to work together and follow the rules of this dead world. And I intend for my rules to be respected in a similar fashion. Do we have an understanding?
Aye, Professor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. We shall begin with roles. Each one of you, in the coming days, will discover their role. It may be obvious to some of you, and others it may not. These roles are like pieces to a puzzle, each one different, but once put together, complete. These roles, combined with the tuning of your arms, are as follows.
I think there are a couple missing.
Fighters. The blades
People
that
couldn't
cut
make it
and
today.
the gnashing teeth and claws, the brutal fists, and evasive brawlers. These are your up-close and personal combatants, meant to do one thing and one thing only: destroy the enemy. Casters. These are your maguses, adept in spellcraft and the mastery of sorceries of the highest caliber, possessing many possible ploys to be used against the enemy. Their offensive capabilities of ancient magical spells can cause meteors to fall from the sky, lightning conjured from thin air, to even great tides of water to wash away their foes. Gunners. The marksmen of warfare. The cannons, ballistas, and surgical snipers. You have a quick hand and a keen eye, employing many different projectile weapons and spells of precision to quickly kill or bombard their enemies from afar. Tanks. The bulwarks between life and death, responsible for drawing the attention of the enemy and surviving it. This allows their team to take action in supporting their allies and cutting down their foes without worry of retaliation. Support. The fuel and lifeblood. They augment the battlefield, heal lethal wounds, and enhance allies. What they lack in personal offense and defense, they make up for in supporting their allies. In all manner of techniques, be it healing flames, earthly defensive augments, agile evocations, and more. And lastly, specialists. The unpredictable and unseen, the utility of the team. Deploying tech such as stealth and subterfuge, or perhaps magics to dampen the enemy's abilities. They are the strategists and the unorthodox. These are the roles, as well as the specific tunings that you will implement into your arms. Any questions on these roles?
Where would a tinkerer fit? One who makes things, gadgets, and the like.
A tinkerer. Roles are naturally flexible. A mechanic or tinkerer, for example, could very well be several of these categories. A gunner, perhaps, tinkering with projectile weapons. Or perhaps a specialist, utilizing debuffs and stealth, technology, and magic.
Thank you, Professor.
Any further questions? Then let's perhaps test your listening abilities. Camilla, what would a shield arms be categorized under?
A tank, Professor. A tank.
A tank role. Precisely. However, as I stated before with Celestia, a shield can fall under multiple roles. Supports, for example, utilizing bucklers, tower shields, to better defend themselves if they are frontline support. Or perhaps a gunner.
Leg tracker's gone out and miss you. Half body shuffle.
A gun, another a shield. Well done, Camilla. Kane. If you saw a warden wielding a baton arms, what role do you think they would be?
Baton could fall under several categories. I don't think I would be comfortable generalizing right away. I could be wrong if I assume.
You are correct. A multi-purpose arm like a baton may very well fall under any of those roles, depending on its use. Seven to 1. What would a support warden use as a weapon? What comes to mind first?
Most of the time, I have seen or seen pictures of and such something that is lightweight, but also something that can defend themselves in a jiffy. But they are bouncing back and forth.
Well said. A focus arms.
Oh.
I am not, however, a support, but I am a caster. These arms are useful in focusing our magic and spells into one core. Instead of taking from our bodies, it takes from the arms. Until it is depleted, of course. Well done, candidates. Any further questions in that regard? Yes. Was it Dickory?
This is Dickory, yes. Yeah.
I may or may not.
When you said a baton earlier, did you mean a combat baton or an orchestral one?
It was a trick question. Well done, Dickory.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
A bard.
I know you, Hal.
Gordon could very well use a baton to play music of inspiration.
It was not a trick question. You were surprised by that.
Or a baton
Good save,
used
though.
with tanking, used to beat the enemy. Either apply.
Thank you, sir.
Questions?
Question,
Yes, Ev.
Yes. I know there are more intricate arms out there. Can you explain a tiny bit how these might play into these types of roles? It's a little bit more of an advanced question, but I'm curious.
It is a good question. Most arms you will find will be weapons. Swords, daggers, other such blades. Axes, shields, cannons, guns of multiple types, staves, all your typical archetypes. But there are those who are eccentric and inventive. I was a part of a previous squad during my younger years. Our support utilized a fishing pole arms. It wasn't meant to destroy magical beasts. It was meant to assist their allies, dragging them in and out of combat. For instance, it took some time to get used to, I assure you. But that is just one example. One may wield a book of spellcraft as an arms. Very difficult to build, I will
Grimoire types.
and maintain, but all the more powerful.
Or I suppose it's
When you
pronounced
do
grimoire.
build your arms, think out of the box, if you are such a personality. But of course, a blade or a gun is always effective. Remember that.
Thank you, Professor.
Rue, what was your question?
Oh, Dusk is absolutely more intimidating than Braggy.
Can't necessarily decide.
Dusk's intimidation comes from the mystique and the way he speaks, and the fact that there's a sort of a hidden undertone to what he says. Braggy's clear cut.
That is a good question.
He means what he means.
It is our job to assist you before that expiration date. But it is very much needed before you are to build your arms. Do not slack in preparing and thinking about it. And please use your professors as help to decide. We are more than welcome to.
Thank you.
If you find yourself
Feelings.
lacking one of these essential roles, is it all hope lost, or do you find a way to make do?
You will fit into one.
You find a way. You may
It's
be
your
excited
main
even
class.
years into your warden experience. Are you cemented in these roles?
For some,
Of course not.
the arms is made for the
You
class,
can always change it up. Retune your arms
and for
to a
others,
different position, different role.
they find a way to fit into a class after they've received their arms.
So, if, say, for example, somebody drops their arm, right, can you, and it's like a,
But yeah, Dusk is more intimidating than Braggy.
right, can you pick it up and then...
I'll
and
always
it's
claim
still,
that.
Like, I heard there was, like, some calibration thingamajiggy involved, you know? Can I still, like, whack someone with it?
You may very well attempt to use it. However, its effectiveness will be null. There is a calibration point. Most definitely.
Got it, thank you.
Higher.
A tank arms might be several hundred more pounds than what you are used to. You may not even be able to pick it up. For instance. And its magical effectiveness and enchants will not work until you are calibrated with it.
There's Avery.
Evan?
I know mostly wardens are stationed in large groups, so I won't expect an answer for that, but I know wardens are often sent out on missions, like in the papers and such. Is there... what do they look for in
I know what that was.
the roles? Is there
Nyx is absolutely fucking with Shanrock's controller. Nyx is Shanrock's
Delve
dog.
into a deeper understanding of teams in another class, and perhaps in a few minutes when we go outside, we have a couple examples for you. But the team makeup may vary. You may find a squad entirely made up of specialists, for example, to scout the enemy, get in, get out quickly. Or perhaps an entire team of supports to go to the battlefield to assist in medical personnel and to buff whatever frontline they have. And of course, the best, most flexible teams will consist of several roles. 2 tanks, 2 fighters, 2 gunners,
Braggy is a tank.
etc.
At the current moment, Braggy is the tank.
Hickory.
Stronger
Are
tanks may be
mundane
introduced
weapons and
later.
ammunition usable during the use of an arms, or does it have to be
No.
part of the arms itself?
I have not explained what Braggy's arms is.
Very good question. I have seen a caster pistol used. It would enchant bullets upon entry, regular bullets, and boost their effectiveness.
Understood. Thank you, Professor.
Depends entirely on the arms and its uses. Yes, Scarlet.
I was just wondering, is it possible for someone to have multiple roles, or is that unlikely?
You have a main role, but you can perform multiple functions.
However, for the rare opportunities in the future where some of you may acquire 2 cores, you can attune them both to a separate role, or double up. For example, I am a caster. Rue.
Curious about that. How does that work? Caster?
My magics are volatile. Have you heard of the phrase area of effect?
Yes.
We're just going full game with this.
A caster will boost their magical prowess substantially with 2 cores attuned to that role. Whereas if you were, for example, a tank and a fighter, you may be more deadly as a tank because of that second role as a fighter. More damage to the enemy, but not be as tanky. These phrases entertain me.
I'm glad we established that they're weird in character.
Any further questions? Leon.
More out of a lot more questions. Sorry.
I'm sort of just stuck on the fishing pole. So was it like a normal fishing pole and he put a foci on it, or was it like he built like a custom foci that's shaped like a fishing pole?
It was custom. He sought his hobby as his technique. In battle, quite a good fisherman. He built it from the ground up as an arms.
Thank you, sir.
Could you make a giant cigarette? And then, like, smoke someone?
One up here,
Giant
Professor.
cigarette.
An actual question.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I'll entertain her question. I have seen a smoking pipe as an arms to create fogs of battle.
Well, there you go.
Oh shit.
It'd be like a smoking
Copies of
cigarette
themselves as well.
cannon.
Curious.
Similar to a cigarette, I guess.
In that case, Dusk is more of a teddy bear.
Yes.
When it comes to roles like support or others where there's multiple forms of expression, is there multiple forms of tuning within it? Like a support that does empowerment versus healing? Does it differentiate?
No, you are correct.
I don't know about sweet teddy bear for brag.
Healing to more defensive magics and buffing their allies. And you can attune such cores to that degree. Any further questions, King?
I suppose this is more of a generalized question. When putting thought into tuning and the strategies therein, does it make more sense to focus on things that emphasize the ability to function in a group, whether that is something that is ideally working towards a goal with your partners rather than just
Fuck me. Alright, we're back.
lone wolf, I suppose.
Lone wolves will not survive long in this world, candidates. I suggest not building towards that. Working together is how we have all survived these many years. There are situations where a specialist may enter a mission alone to scout quickly and expertly. Or perhaps a tank attuned to both may hold the line, the last-ditch effort, a sacrifice for his allies. But he or she may perish in the process.
And many have. Many have.
Any further questions? Evan?
going back again with the dual cores, a quick question. Does the type of element conflicting or pairing change the effectiveness at all? Like lightning and water, or lightning and lightning?
Some affinities contradict each other, may be more volatile than normal, like, for example, lightning and water. However, that can prove to be quite useful in times of need, if you can master it. Fire and ice. Light and dark. You may form any combination you see fit. Mastering your arms is another story. Hickory?
Is it common for wardens to coordinate their attacks elementally and strategically?
Very common. As you will all learn in a future class, I will teach you such combo techniques. Once you acquire your arms, these can prove quite effective and deadly to your enemies. Some enemies might not even be effective to your arms. You will need the assistance to break their heavy armor, for example. That of perhaps ice, shattering it. Or perhaps a magical beast, a flame. You'll need the help of water, or another element.
True. You mentioned taking time to master the arms. If I may ask, how long did it take for you to master yours?
It took me several months. Some take years. And upon retrieving a specific core, it took me even longer. But that is a tale for another time. Miss Nocturne.
Are there some elements that are better suited for one role than another? Or does any work with any type?
Do not restrict yourself, as I previously said. Normally flames are used to burn, yes? And destroy. They can, however, be used to heal. Cauterize wounds with effectiveness. Depends entirely on the individual and their arms, Miss Nocte. Very well. Any lasting questions before we head outside? Excellent. Up. We'll head back to the blacktop. I have a few examples for you.
Professor, actually, one more question.
Yeah.
How long?
You don't let them get on your territory. You know how many arms questions you let them pass out? Listen, man, that's your thing. That's your thing. You gotta fight it.
Sorry about that.
This is not a competition, Dorset.
There's going to be cross-play for these sort of things. That's fine.
Arms of the direction is in 2 days. Today's tactics. They're asking off topic.
Honestly, that is quite
Still
a
move. Bailey,
Well,
don't worry
no,
about that.
they are asking the right questions. They're asking things for how to sustain their roles better, how to do a lot of things. I'm sure that once my class comes around as
One
well as
moment.
yours, that they'll have more precise questions involving the exact mechanisms of course.
Norset,
Yes. Yeah, what's up?
you disagree with how Dusk teaches his class. Bring it up to him.
Well, we're not starting.
Process.
Otherwise, keep it to yourself.
No,
Everyone will have their time to teach the students.
Are we going down here?
No. Did they hire toddlers as fellow
Mhm.
No.
Oh, with what conditions? You are not beefing. You beefed all the
Ignore him.
time. You're not gonna beef again.
Oh,
He does this.
yes, it would be a simple,
irritating.
easy self-heal with that one. The brain damage,
You
though, I'm
find
not so
those
sure.
You waiting for something, candidate?
Yes, sir. I'm waiting for my partner.
I won't bother you then.
Lots of good questions, I must say.
I must agree. I almost popped up a couple times, and some of them are in my field when it comes to some things.
John.
It's good to nurture their enthusiasm and questions.
Want some water with me? Here, it's a little bottle. I'll bring you more sometime.
Thank you.
Wardens running on the rooftops of the school is not something to be concerned about. They simply
Reginald.
do that sometimes.
Maintaining security, sir.
Are there any stragglers?
Not that I saw.
Good. Thank you, Reginald.
Ah, no problem, Reggie.
Jordan's still getting used to that.
A new technique. Very good.
That one was, yes.
Loudest.
But you know, even if someone has a fork, the stick would still, pulverize a lot of people if they use it hastily.
Behold 2 veteran wardens and your principal. Venari,
Is your foot good?
state your roles, your elements, and your position in a
What
normal
about?
team. Please step forward. Get closer.
Hello, as some of you know me, I've introduced myself, Ares Venari. I sit with both a fighter corps and a specialist corps that are attuned to lightning and dark, respectively. I'll move anywhere between up close to about mid-range, but my style of fighting focuses primarily on...
It's good that there's a practical lesson to go with the lecture.
Why do you wield a spear? Or rather, excuse me, a scythe? Barnes.
With my style of fighting, I can use it to very quickly hook around different types of beasts. Be it limbs, parts,
Norset's playing with fire.
break, or just completely cut off.
Maneuverability and incisions. Quite the large arms. It would be difficult to fight with it in a line, yes?
Sort of, yeah.
That's Woody's headset giving out.
Reason for your maneuverability to get in and out. Thank you, Venari. Natalia, if you would do the same.
Good morning, candidates. My name is Captain Natalia Fior, and my corps
I roll within a formation, I usually lie as a skirmisher. What I do is I hang around in the sides of a formation, taking out.
I don't know what the fuck Giga just did, but that was fucking wild to see it at the corner of my eye.
Capitalize on a weak point in an enemy formation.
He threw that ass in a circle.
Formation to move in and take advantage of the lapse in concentration of the enemy.
Excellent. And your reasoning for using a katana?
The reason for the katana is it is a very sharp weapon. It slices through very, very thick armor and allows me to prove my own in the case where I do wind up against somebody that I may not necessarily be too great of a match for. Until someone else can get out. It covers my weaknesses.
Very good. Thank you, dear. And lastly, Mr. Valders.
I'm also a dual core user. I make use of a light and dark core. Both are tuned to the gunner role. My position in a formation is generally mid to close range. I'm a bit of a skirmisher myself, as well as a finisher. On larger targets, it is my position to deal the final blow once a tank or fighter has clinked in armor enough for me to get a precise strike in, and finally take down larger beasts. I make use of bladed pistols, or gun blades, as many refer to them as. Versatile at mid to close range.
Excellent. Perhaps a demonstration. Principal.
You want to start with these two inspiring youths?
Are you too comfortable with a spar?
Well, I'm backing up.
Students, back up about 50 feet. Spread out a bit. Give them some room.
If you do not mind, real quick, I will address them.
Headmaster.
Please
Buggy?
do not harm the students, you two, if you can help it.
It's been a while since I've seen you in full regalia.
Remember, this is for academic purposes. If either
Been a while since I've been in it.
attempt something that is a bit too much, then I will gauge that myself. If it does reach this point, you will answer to me. This is a demonstration.
These two tend to get a little bit too much, so a warning is almost required every time. If they get too uppity, I'm right here. Well, I'm aware. Trust me, with you, Braggy, and myself, I don't think they want to try anything.
Should I position
would
myself
certainly
in
hope
front of the
not.
students in case something stray goes by them?
Not a bad idea.
Every other two does. Hopefully it doesn't get that far.
Talus is already there as well.
Good.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
No, I wouldn't put on a welding helmet using electricity. That's how you fry your brains. Oh, good point.
Benari, Orders boy.
Is he now?
Thanks his family from Fortis.
Ah.
They specialize in pumping out Wardens, believe it or not.
Not a telegram.
Huh.
Generates field of static electricity, it looked like.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it's the ability they used before, right? The one that they
Be
kind of
perceptive.
overshot on accident.
Candidates, notice their style,
Oh.
their trades, their parries.
Shockwave, got it.
The fact that he can ward that scythe with one hand is terrifying.
Professor Dusk he did mention that once you're attuned to it, things change a bit.
So you can be like them, or
Yeah.
you use your ukulele to.
Though I presume that the purple
Still trying to figure
fire
that one out.
coming off of him is important.
In earnest. After all.
Once you
Yeah, it's
obtain
just
your
a mixture
arms,
of elements.
Not people.
you'll be able to follow their movements better.
Of course. I didn't realize Becky was behind us.
It's got an almost after image effect.
Oh, yeah. There she goes
I
again.
think they're even
I've
having
always
a
heard
little bit
attuning
of
to
trouble
foci
controlling.
and
Does
whatever
obtaining
they are
arms
style
make it-
really
make us-
changes a person. There's a reason wardens are so.
Obtaining arms,
terrifying.
Easier?
it'll enhance you in multiple
Natalia has
aspects.
the advantage in this
Oh,
field.
God.
Her blade's smaller.
You'll hear more about that from Carbuncle.
I'd say watch out, General, but he's actually wearing armor today, so.
It wasn't too hard, actually.
But if he can hook her blade with the scythe, she'd be disarmed.
I saw a lot of the hits. I just didn't really
on armor today.
see how they happened.
He was moving so quickly that it was leaving brief after
What he was
images.
wearing last week, you know. He's a lot more prepared for something.
This feels silly saying it out loud. I don't know if it's just me.
He was here last week.
Like I know it's actually happening, but it still feels.
It was the
He said
hobo
when he has
last
to put
week.
it on its fur. If he
If
has
you do
to.
have safety
It's our
gear,
new
I put it
reality.
on now.
Yeah.
If you do have
Yes,
safety
something
gear, I
needs
put it
today.
on.
Let him make a guess.
If you have
Safety gear.
Prefers the clothing of last week.
We were
I
not
don't
told
think
to bring
safety
safety gear.
Ooh, projectiles.
I think in the future I'll just keep it on me just in case for
Just
classes.
tag her and then close the
Oh
gap.
no,
Smart.
there's never
I did
too
not
late
expect
for
it myself,
safety.
to be honest.
So as a scythe user in this, he does have a disadvantage, but he's actually using it quite
There
alright.
it is.
There it is. There's the hook.
There we go.
He also has two cores, right? He's got lightning and
Yeah.
dark.
Yes.
So he has a bit of
Yes.
experience with whatever.
I'm wondering what aspect of what he's doing. I saw him. He used the
what?
scythe to catch the blade, bring him in for a punch.
Say where if it were, you know.
I'm wondering where the lightning for all of this comes in now.
Right here on
Not
this
really
I
seeing
assume the
it.
speedy movement. I think it might have.
Yeah.
So we did a feel for close.
He also did say it was quick subjugation, so I don't think he particularly need.
Oh, the headmaster's firing.
Join the fray.
The headmaster just.
Headmaster's
I
coming in.
They
I
will need to
presume
close
no
the gap
rules.
to Valdris,
Rules were established.
or he will bombard them.
Yeah, I don't know where
Oh, this is a free for all.
Oh God!
Is the lightning
Oh my
generated
God!
from
Those shots are mean.
No, we're cooking now.
It's a combination of the and the
They really
Carbuncle
can.
says to get down.
You'll have to tell me twice.
Take a knee.
They're professional. Surely they'll be alright. We'll be okay.
Talia, get down.
I hope this.
They're getting closer.
I don't.
The shots are going out.
Evan, I
Get
think you
down.
should get down.
one can.
No, I you know what? Just maybe. It's a good idea, just in case. Oh, what the
Grasping
hell?
in the dark earlier. There it is.
General was
Oh,
just standing in it.
Everyone should sit. There are projectiles being sent. You should get down.
Oh, if only I could see right now. Holy shit, it's.
That must be what the
Oh,
target
Take a knee,
is.
candidates.
I'm gonna look this way.
Robbie here will take a bullet to fight your way.
Fuck, yeah, I'm gonna look this way for now. It's my
I
head
think
hurts.
the mask can take a bullet.
Well,
If I get shot,
there goes my battle
Just
point.
that, though.
I'll let you know. Actually, I'll
what
take
the
it
hell
for
happened
you.
with the professor?
No, I'm off my game today. I might not know.
I should be
Oh.
fine. What's another leg?
Oh, thank God.
You're so right. Except you're not, but I get it.
I guess they don't call him professor for no reason. I don't think anyone's had a doubt, but Jesus.
do the same. It's more so I trust them.
They're teaming
Well,
up
yeah.
against Valdris.
Principle.
There goes,
It
there goes
seems
my
like the
battle
best
point.
shot they have.
appears to be using their abilities
The larger the skill,
more
the
efficiently.
spell, the more mana it will consume.
Woo!
Speed catch up.
That was actually a good gap.
Yeah,
That was
There we go. I missed a lot there. Yeah,
Don't worry, I'll make sure you didn't see any of it.
moving away from that.
lost one.
You see how he's conserving so much energy compared to the other two?
The more mana it will be to
I'm actually also curious where the lightning comes from that he
The
mentioned.
principal last thing at this race.
I was about, what was it, 9 years old?
Ah, he's been
He
doing
has
this
a
a while.
defense?
Oh yes!
Perhaps.
Professor Dust.
Potentially.
I think it's
Look at him right now.
Ooh, she was not fucking
If you
on.
look at the other two, look at Baldrus. He's not moving.
It
is possible.
Sort of like that zippy zappy going
Yes.
around places move that they've got.
You
He's
can.
only using basic shots.
However, a damaged core
And
will
they're
need to be
just barely
repaired,
able to keep up with him.
and expending one has a risk of damaging it.
My guess is he's going for saturation more than
So it is not
flashy
only
finisher
for
right now.
potency, but it's
Wear him down.
I think the other one is a bit down.
If you can manage to conserve your big moves, it is best to do that,
every-
or else you're going to be
every drop count.
waylaid and
I think I just noticed the
on defense
projectiles
like
are
these ones
different.
with nothing to do with
Different elements. It
Yeah,
looks
they're
like.
different elements.
Parts of the military.
Yeah, one of them's like
Saturation.
I knew he was attuned to them, but now I'm just picking up on
It's got a
that.
core in each gun, it looks
Good
like.
to know.
An excellent
Did you
question.
see the size of the bullets, Marcus?
They keep getting closer.
We're working together. Robin,
Carefully, Leon. You'll lose your head.
We're in the blast zone now.
Back up. They're starting to move. Come on. Move. Talia, come on. You're free. Let's go.
Shall we?
Yes.
Alright, we should be fine
Safe and
here.
sorry.
Yeah.
They still need to say.
Oh, I'm coming. Sorry.
Perhaps I should have brought the tool. Not that it would provide much cover against an arms, I think.
If you're that worried, just go behind me. I can take a bullet or two.
No, but we were sturdier than others.
Oh. Huh?
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Candidate, do you feel like getting an eye patch? Very good.
Did
What? Yes.
They seem to have done a number on people.
Honestly, a brilliant move. There's something wrong with that. For someone to hit you now.
I believe I have another question once Professor Dusk is back.
Was Avery always out small?
Okay.
No.
No, we won.
No,
We're
we're
good.
getting the next part of our
Has anyone been struck by a stray shot?
No, they actually didn't even shoot.
No, I think we're all put together here, sir.
I believe
There was a couple close
Good to
calls
hear.
because the students actually listened
Never
and
touched that
got
on.
no one got hit.
Also because Valdris had restraint.
I feel like that's an obnoxious
It also
question.
helped like stand up, but I can't do that.
I am quite I would recommend not. Unless you are
Gather up, everyone.
No, I'm not there. I'm not weightlifter.
What?
Hey, now we're the band.
we're saying okay. Do you want to stand between my
An excellent fight by the three of them. Give them a hand, will you all?
Well done, brother.
Well done.
Let's see, you've improved well.
Well, very enthusiastic, I agree.
No one has caught a stray bullet or blade this time. Good.
Not this time.
Looking up,
Not this time.
Headmaster.
Looking up.
Now, everyone, perhaps you learned something from that fight. A warden versus warden is quite different than a magical beast. We assure you of that. However, it is an experience nonetheless, and a good way to test yourselves against each other. In time, when you are all ready, perhaps you can spar each other.
What with our fists?
Or your arms.
It's up to you.
I apologize.
Oh, okay.
That will be all for today's class. Remember your homework, 20 chapters. By the end of the week, there will be a test.
There is still one thing, Dusk. The matter of picking our first examinees for the keep examination. Which I will do now.
Make some room, boys.
We'll start with this. Step forward if you would like to volunteer yourselves.
Step so far. For what?
Courageous.
All these people.
Adventurous.
A lot of you are brave.
Some more
Rather
confident
know
than
what I was
others.
asking for, you step forward. That shows either initiative or stupidity. I guess we'll find out which. Step back if you do not have equipment prepared for fighting within this next week. Seems I have the pick of the litter then. Of those who are standing before me, raise your hand if you have a role in mind already. Good number of you seem fairly decisive in this. Starting from here.
Specialist.
What role? And you?
Fighter.
I'm a bit stuck between tank and fighter.
Still deciding.
Gunner, sir.
Gunner, sir.
Specialist, sir.
Tank.
Gunner.
This is a surprising mix, I'm not going to lie.
Tank.
That's what I said. Gunner. With the possibility
Use a big gun.
I apologize, Evan.
That's okay. Just
I
put
use
my
a
hand
big
up
gun.
for a second. The
I
port
see it.
gear.
I see.
Gunner with the possibility of switching to specialist or tank as necessary for the composition.
Tank.
Mm.
Gunner.
feel like I'm getting out
You first, and then you, Lolly.
Born to shoot. I'm a gunner. Support.
Struck everything in the got a friggin' ass.
It makes you feel better.
I was about to say, no support in the bunch.
Yes, I was willing to say the same. We might have some troubles if there's a lack of them.
Are any of you injured from your
I suppose.
bout?
You suppose? Are you sure?
Support, sir.
Couple scrapes.
Good. Interesting spread.
People want to be shoot.
Still. Surprising no one's going to be casting. But not very easy to cast when you don't have an arms. If I point you out, move to the left. Specialist.
Better now.
Gunner.
Sir.
Tank. Support. Fighter. Gunner.
They seem displeased by that.
Support. To the line. This will be your first group examination. The 7 of you will be the first to enter the keep. It is a dangerous scenario in which you could lose your life, even with us. watching to make sure that doesn't occur. Now preparing yourselves in your weapons and equipment. Before next week, you will see to Reginald. The instructor will see that your medical examination is complete prior to entry into the keep. After next week's class, you will report to the Blacktop, and then you will head to the keep together with myself to endure the first of the trials. Any questions?
Isaac could also do fighter.
Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I believe we go
Don't lie.
That does not excuse your
They didn't bring their
Hold on,
partners.
Sexy, want to warm up.
Are you not injured?
Well, I'm already warned.
A couple scrapes.
Try to give it a shot.
You were banded in a minute. Like,
Lila, first I need to make
Would you
sure
like me to
she
take
gets
care
her
of
bits
it?
and that she gets her bonus.
That would be nice.
Mr. Blink, and then I need to talk to
Oh, it's still my friend.
Dominic, and then I need to
Whereabouts is your injury?
I was very
Arms, legs.
I wouldn't say full speed, no, but I am fast.
I'm sorry, Bristol. I can't look away.
It's still just the load.
May I ask what your tuning is, sir?
There's a
I've seen a lot of various gun brands. These are a new one to me.
Resolute in his choice.
That I'm used to. If I need repairs.
You might have a bit of a roll. This is our list.
I want to squad name.
Credit in writing.
Very interesting.
I'm a hand-to-hand fighter myself.
I like it a lot.
The core is contact inside the chamber, so that I can make use of it.
What was that, sir?
We tend to have some things in common.
It seems so.
I'm guessing they were thinking like
It's
Targaryen, right?
a relief to see that you made it out okay after your journey to the dome.
Me a lot of thoughts and ideas.
I can handle how hard it is. You know what?
Pleasure.
Interesting.
If I may ask.
You mentioned the report, correct?
That's good.
Maybe just
In relation to what I said.
Group's already integrating well with each other. That one's unsure about themselves being a fighter.
Of course, you can be a support and still be a gunner.
When witnessing the war and
I'm gonna go fighter trouble.
I
Thank you. I'm just making sure.
know that there
Yes.
is
Permission to have one of your students fight another with me for now. I'll be over.
as part of the process.
As long as you see it, tell us, make sure no one gets injured.
Can you on your pads?
And
Were you out there doing that same
if you wish to make an announcement, I plan on leaving tonight. And in doing so, if the candidates have any questions for me, they may ask before I leave.
Thank you. Let it be known. You can make an announcement as people leave. Yes.
When
You're officiating as far.
I am.
Indeed, I have my partner right here.
I'd like to oversee it.
Oh, I will be as well.
So you wipe the floor.
Then I'm going to do something with you two. Step into the White House.
I was gonna say,
Maybe if you guys
Do me a favor, make an announcement that I'll be leaving tonight. If the candidates have questions for me, I'm willing to answer for them. I wish to focus on this for now. And I'm a little nervous.
It was nice having you here. I hope to see you soon.
Together, forward to put your heads together. The lad right there. I can't remember if I already introduced you. I think so. He's a history researcher.
Professor Becky, I have a question for you.
Yes, 721.
Head back to my clinic.
I don't. People call you the wall. What is that you do?
The wall itself is a title that was given to me by the Maxima Corps, by all the cities. Are you aware of the concept of a titled warden? Is it? I'd given it to the city.
Only a little I know of titled warden. I only got told bits pieces, so I know what to expect when here.
A titled warden is a warden of great influence, authority, and power that has been recognized by all the cities inside a single agreement. Reinhold of the Maxim Agreement have their own titled wardens, just like how the ICC has its own titled wardens. The Wall is the title that was gifted to me. And for your question of why the Wall. Something went off behind you. Apologies. For why the Wall? I am a tank. It was given to me because I don't fall.
Got it.
Do you have any other questions?
Not at the moment. I will think on it and come back to you later.
That's good to hear, candidate. Have you already decided what class you'd like?
No.
Do you know where your specialty lies?
I think quick, but I also do wrapping bandage and taking care. So, not sure if to support or specialist fight.
Right now, I would say it's leaning towards support. Specialist would be more if you fought unorthodoxly, if you had a unique way of fighting that didn't easily fit in the others. I would recommend speaking with Reginald, wherever he's gone. He is currently head of support, or at least the professor of teaching it, along with medical.
Okay.
He can give you more insight into what it means to be a support, and you can decide if you like it enough to take it for yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome, 721.
I be back later.
I want to see this spar.
I can, with how I have the design, if I wanted, I could put it at the half maybe for closer combat. So this is right. I can use it
I only caught the tail end of it then.
Yeah, it's going for quite a bit.
I already started the song.
It's a good song.
Thank you, sir.
You can go ahead and keep playing it until you're finished.
Thank you, sir.
Like punching you,
fight yet?
A fish out of water.
No.
Yeah, now I'm done.
A little friendly brawl.
They wished to spar, and Lazarus agreed to oversee it. I only caught the tail end myself.
So you're thinking like a
I enjoyed your lesson.
This is a tank? That's where you're gonna go?
Coming from you, quite the compliment.
In the middle.
It's been some time since I had my own tactics professor, but from what I've seen so far, you're better.
Not too bad.
I'm used to
Fixing my damn nose in place.
I'm used to being in the middle.
Professor Dusk, would you actually mind if I asked you a question? I had some that I wanted to ask, but I didn't feel in front of the class would have been, I guess I wasn't confident enough to.
Go ahead.
Would you like me to leave before you ask, then?
You're fine. To be a caster type, do you need to have the magic naturally, or is there a way to tell, or is there a way for it to all come from the arms?
Yes,
Are you
Opal.
dealing with the raccoon situation?
There are ways to
Say that again.
from the arm itself.
The raccoon situation. Were you involved in that?
Dormant.
I returned the raccoon to the city.
Just lacking thereof.
It's back in here. We
The
should go
more
and
work
have
that
fun.
everyone's going to be needed to that said arm.
We have it captured.
You've captured it again?
We
Afraid
don't.
of that.
Yes.
Lead me
Is
to
there
it.
a type of test to know if you're dormant or not, or?
There are ways.
You believe yourself to be.
Excuse me? Mr. Ricky, I got the raccoon for you.
As she holds him, you see him. The legs are just completely dropped down. He's accepted his fate.
He's just a boy.
I returned you to the guard. Did they let you out?
Get into my right hand a lot.
Alright. Thank you for capturing this. I'm gonna go emphasize that they should not let it out again. Candidate Camilla.
Professor Bergie.
Actually, HB.
Yes?
I have no idea where the chicken coop is, but Braggy would be just returning you to there to just to hold you.
Of course, then, basically, where the crops are.
Yeah. Is that all the way in the town?
So, if... No, that's actually here by the school. Over here, to your left.
That way?
Yes. I can lead a little bit.
Yeah.
As you get close to the chicken coop, you notice that specifically where the grates are, that after what seems to be a vicious night-long battle, the raccoon seems to have gnawed a small hole through the grate, and there are tufts of raccoon fur hanging off of it. It seems to have bit its way through the entire thing.
He's going to put you inside. And then you are going to watch as he is going to crumple the metal hole together. And twist it shut.
The raccoon seems confused at first and then immediately starts gnawing at the hole again, even despite you spinning it.
He's gonna flick it, and the entire coop is gonna rattle.
Just immediately rushes into a corner, darting left and right. Now he's just quiet in the corner looking at you.
Behave. I'll deal with you when I return.
Raccoon does nothing but stare at you.
Can you repeat that, candidate?
I was asking, are you interrogating a raccoon? Like, what happened?
No. It chewed a hole through the coop. And it's attempting to do it again after I fixed it. I wasn't threatening it. No, the raccoon's still in
I
there.
ain't judging if you are. Oh. In bed to be with chickens?
There are no chickens in there right now. Reginald.
And how are you? Yes. It's Braggy.
Are you in charge of the various crops growing over there along with the chicken coop? Or do you know who it is?
I have a little bit of it put away for myself to grow medicinal herbs. I believe that is Paz's domain. He's dealing with any sort of experiments.
I'll pass along the message to him then. The raccoon chewed out of it, left a giant hole. I fixed
In the
it.
garden?
No, in the metal chicken coop. It gnawed through the wires and the cable. I put in a patch fix, and it's in there again because it was rampant.
It also bit a couple of candidates randomly and to heal their bites. What is going on with this raccoon? I'm not even sure where it came from.
I'd recommend putting it to the guard.
I can bring
It's
it
the
up.
city's problem, not ours.
Bound to be busy around here.
What do you think of all that? Truly a interesting first.
You could say we go arms in arms.
Some have done, some are inspiring, some are eager to hold their fists, that's for sure.
Thank you. I suppose they got things now.
As it is always with each year.
Aiden, Dusk.
It'll be our job to help inspire any stragglers that are undecided.
You have to make sure that they don't go into the wrong ways as well.
They need time to decide. More experience. More ideas. The keep will give them that.
That is the hope.
Once they can actually test their current equipment against what they feel they should be doing, they'll get a feel for what they need. And if they don't, that's why we exist.
Dickory did mention
possibility
of possibly being a specialist here, but overseeing it is
Check and make sure that no one else is a broken nose. You'd think they'd come in contact.
One moment.
Maybe had a little bit of whiplash.
How?
Well, not illegal because they know about it.
Exactly.
I heard my name.
Checked in fighting.
Yes, sir. I was given, you know what, hold on. Pardon me, Felix. Pardon me, Felix.
Marcus, where did Marcus go?
I was given permission to have regular sparring take place, and I would like faculty permission to have it off-campus grounds on occasion. Away from the town center, of course, but perhaps somewhat a bit more interesting.
What is your name?
Yes, Rue Sect.
Granted upon the condition you show me the location.
There's two of us.
Of course, sir. I would not mind doing so.
I'll occasionally be overseeing it. But I'll trust
Of course.
that you as candidates won't try to kill each other without a teacher supervising.
I will seek to impose a rule of no weapons allowed.
I like it.
But doesn't a fist count as a
Well,
weapon?
thank you. Can you please spread out most of the candidates to you all?
You could most likely go to current wardens or Reginald and find protective gear for your fists and your face.
Yes, sir.
At least so you don't ruin yourselves.
Of course, sir.
I wasn't part of the initial
Would not do.
side of the keep, but
I'd also
I'll show you the
recommend
location, in a few.
you'd invite current wardens.
that's where I saw
They can
it.
give you tips, advice to progress.
Understood.
No problem.
Understood.
And should you need any medical attention?
Do you already have your location picked?
Make sure to stop by this.
Yes, sir. I found it on a daily run. Would you like to see it now?
Assist you.
I would.
Very well.
I don't know if anyone else has any questions for me.
Questions to wait, I'm sure. Of course. Now we do need to keep this a little hush-hush. We want to be cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got it, yeah.
Sorry, sir. Anyway, I'll show you the location.
To the clinic.
We didn't go do anything crazy. I made sure not to cast any spells that would damage my
Aldous.
laptop. Yes, Braggy.
I'm dealing with something right now, but since you're already dressed up, if you'd like to spar after.
Ooh. It's been a while since the two of us have gone toe-to-toe, Braggy. Are you sure you're ready?
outside of.
I'm feeling excited.
I think at this point. If not, it's fairly close.
Very well.
Maybe I will be breaking my laptop today after all.
Before we started spending more time out cities.
Either you or Roddy.
You're the smart one for wearing the black. Keeping all the gunk and stuff hidden. I do that too.
Looking forward to conversations with you.
Good. My class is.
I'm more wear it because I like the color.
In mind.
Yes, sir.
Maybe tell others because nobody knows who I am.
Well, it suits you.
Of course,
and
sir.
your hair.
Will do.
Of course, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course. Oh, my book. I should grab it.
Oh, my books. Oh.
You've got a lot of chapters to read.
Oh, yes.
Amen.
That probably went
Do enjoy
worse and
reading.
far more annoying.
Admittedly, a bit more interesting than the typical novels that I would keep up with, but...
Hang on a minute. Are these words supposed to be this close together?
Oh, no.
They are
We
single
plan on
space.
hosting a bit of a study group.
Oh, no.
Alright, so
If it makes
full
you feel any better,
disclosure
though.
for a moment, sir.
Read the first 15, read the vocab on the last 5. He never questions about the content of the last 5.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now,
That is
admittedly,
buried in my
part
head
of
now.
part of the idea here is to also have a place for us to blow off a bit of steam, sir. Some of us are
I'm
a bit
aware.
more, yes, sir. I don't plan on spreading this around too much. Don't want to get people that don't need to blow off steam in the same degree. Unless, of course, faculty desires otherwise.
I may occasionally recommend this extracurricular
Of course, sir.
to candidates who may need it.
Extracurricular. I like that. We're calling it an extracurricular, and it's hidden.
Right.
Invite only.
Extracurricular curricular.
Does that mean we could get the club room, Professor?
No, we don't
No.
need a club room. Trust me. As long as it's the same as it was like 2 days ago when I went running, it'll be fine. It'll be great.
If you get a
Be
club
like,
room, you'd have to explain to Theo why there's blood on the ground.
Well, we won't do it in the club room. We study in the club room and then we'll lost steam elsewhere.
You want a sweet potato muffin? Not yet, but keep this very quiet for now, okay?
Okay, I will.
How
try
was
my
the
best.
coffee?
Candidate
Oh,
Uriel.
coffee's good. I actually went and got another one. Sweet potato muffin?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Braggy muffin?
Thank you, but no.
I promise they're good.
I prefer macarons.
Do not doubt it, Julio.
I think they're still serving that today. This is just part of the special. They're also doing full-on pies today. Mystery meats. 5 CCs. It's like a whole pie, too.
I see.
I'll have to get one.
A little too much for my taste, unfortunately.
Iku, I knew it was Layla something.
You're getting there.
It's good to meet you, Yuko. Yeah, Iku.
Just say Iku, just like how you call me Felix.
Candidate Iku Lila. That's how you say their name.
That's why he's got black stone.
It's a pleasure.
He has a stone for a head.
I gotta go. Extracurricular activity. You have a good day, man. I like your.
Between us, Felix, between us, I didn't have Professor Reginald heal everything.
To be
I've
honest,
noticed.
I completely understand.
It's already
There
on
a
your
particular
eye.
reason why?
Savvy! I find it useful to be a bit
Sweet potato
sore
muffin?
after things as a reminder that I am not invincible and that picking fights is to be done judiciously, or something like that.
Put in my room. I need to.
Oh, he didn't even hear my excuse. He didn't hear my excuse.
I get it. A fight should
Don't
not
you
just
mean
be a
your
fight.
reason?
Reason, yes. Thank you, sir.
The thing that I've heard very
Alright.
commonly back home is a fight's about survival. So just fighting for the sake of fighting is a little disingenuous.
Well,
Morning. Or hello.
Candidate Felix.
it's a good reminder.
Afternoon.
Yes, Inspector.
Afternoon's hours.
Well, yes. Fighting is more about survival than fighting against each other. They go hand in hand.
Afternoon, sir.
Hey, Stitch.
Morning.
The more experienced and the more regular you are with fighting, the more you'll have to, or the less, you'll think about it while actually fighting for your life.
I see. I appreciate the insight, Instructor. I'll keep it in mind and hold it close.
Hey,
Hello.
have you seen where Milo went?
I have not seen Milo, no. Why do you spot him? I like your pants, gloves.
They are my body.
Oh. They look
So
good.
hands.
Thank you.
Don't mind me.
Yep.
Put my coat in here.
Oh, I'll do it after. I don't want to hold Braggy
Yeah.
out too much. Professor Braggy.
We're going.
Can you have
Extracurriculars.
something to show? Oh,
We're founding a club. A fighting
Yes,
club.
it's club related.
Club.
Are there any rules to this fighting club?
Probably not talk about Fight Club.
It's going to have
That,
official
but also
rules.
we're not allowed to kill anybody or like hurt
Right,
anybody
yeah,
long term.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
rule
know,
one.
No real weapons, you know, like no knives or nothing.
But also don't talk about it. Exclusive invite only.
There are some people that might be a little too into it. Don't need
Exactly.
to push your mind there.
And it sort of stops being useful if everybody is involved, you know?
Then it just becomes an all-out brawl, right?
Precisely.
If in the event
Elbows and knees.
that you're disrupted by wardens or the military, come let me know.
Yes, sir.
Understood, sir.
Are you thinking that spot? That one by the moon?
Or the
We're
display?
going right to the left.
Oh.
I found this on a morning jog.
Boy, you must have
It's
gotten
great. I like to
we're not about to
explore
see a
in the
dead
morning.
body, are we?
You would not, I
Ideally
imagine.
not.
We can change that.
That was.
You didn't hear that, Professor.
Whoa!
You didn't hear
That
that.
wasn't. That was like a joke. I wasn't-
I'll continue to take that statement as a joke.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Just a little cooling.
Clearing. It's a little clearing. As long as we
Is
don't go too
clearing?
far, we have a little clearing, and there's room for people to stand up and observe if they want. And it's nice and out of the way, so. And we are not in the way of the people living in the town, and the military should not come looking for trouble out here.
Oh, you climb that quick.
Not a bad view either.
Here.
You gotta dig your heels in it. You got
This
it.
should do.
Yeah, you did it.
This works.
Thank you.
Wonderful, sir.
Oh yeah, this is a nice spot.
I dare say we likely won't be here during the daytimes around class either. That feels irresponsible and asking for trouble.
What time do you intend on doing this?
Likely around nightfall before the power goes down.
I mean, sugar. Sorry.
We'll always be sure to enforce curfew.
Good. The time is your own.
Talking about extra.
So
Yes,
as long
sir.
as you've returned to the building before curfew,
Running club,
this is approved.
right?
Thank you,
Running
sir.
club, yeah.
We've-
Exercise.
Is anyone hard enough to make it difficult?
Well, he was running this
Ideally.
morning, and so, yeah,
Hmm.
sure. I don't mind.
All right, well, thank you for your approval, sir, and potential oversight.
Not part of it. I was just talking.
Congratulations, Steiner. You're now the leader of this club.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Congratulations!
I'll extend a hand if you need my help. That's the whole point of this.
Oh. If any of you wish to see it, I'm going to be sparring Valdris.
Oh, fuck. Hey, Uriel.
Candidate Rue.
One's against, Braggy and who is he fighting?
Headmaster.
Baldrus. Headmaster.
Holy
Principal.
shit.
The man with like 7 titles that we can't really decide upon.
That's the whole point of being a student, isn't it? Figuring out which of those 7 titles to use.
This is why we're friends.
Sometimes you find humor in the most trying of times. Or the most unknown.
It's rather unfortunate if you can't be friends with your partner.
Braggy.
Hmm.
Do you mind if others come
Please
watch
make sure
the
that
fight?
Raccoon does not get too.
As long as you remain a safe distance.
You should just put like a little paper bag full of pumpkins on them for him to eat.
Braggy, I thought we sorted this out last week.
We did.
I mean, he has
I returned it to the city.
She's a testimony.
It's officially the city's problem.
It's not good.
Understood.
Dusk.
Braggy.
Braggy's about to fight.
Oh, you should come meet Kevin, by the way.
That's it. He sounds like for his daily.
I'll be back later.
Understood. I'll keep them warm for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You tired already?
Not tired, just sort of recalibrating.
Recalibrating,
sore.
like your arms.
Exactly.
That was not where I was walking. This thing is evil. I hate this bridge.
It's a gate, Norset.
It's mysterious.
What's up?
Nothing?
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Sort of.
Alright, cool.
I used to get into a lot of fights back in Reinhold, and it's been taking a lot to not do that here, and I got a lot of energy out that I've just been sort of holding in. Like a kettle that's about to explode, yeah.
You ever thought about like a kitten that's about to explode?
Well, I was like a kettle that was about to explode, now I'm like a kettle that's empty.
A punching bag does not work the same as you think it does, Studio.
Oh, I speak punching bag.
Yeah, they really cranked the sun up today.
Mm-hmm.
It's very bright. Toasty.
Mm.
The Vulture's no longer here. Hmm. He may have returned to his office. I didn't give him a time frame on when I'd be coming back.
You are quite a small stepper, so to say. So it's understandable.
I walk slow.
Well, I didn't say it. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not insinuating you did. That was a statement.
Right.
I have to find Stone at some point.
What? Did
Marcus,
you give him a good beating?
Blackstone.
Oh, yeah, Marcus.
It's important. The way it is. What's happening? I think he's about it. Oh. And that's right. Visible. I think it's all.
Hmm.
You better not be breaking them doors.
I was knocking as softly as I could.
Thank you.
Oh.
I believe, the principal is out there somewhere.
Hmm. We agreed to spar each other.
Oh.
We found him. Well, I found him.
Mm.
The fight area.
Must have moved there after I left. Additionally, I found a hole in the chicken coop. Apparently the raccoon found a way out. I crumpled together the hole as a patch fix. But it's going to probably need a full repair.
Okay, I'll get right on that. Hello?
Hmm. Thank you, Theodore.
I've worked on a farm before. My whole life.
I've not.
Oh, well, I've done, using mesh to keep the, chickens
Maybe. Be cool if could.
I see you found him.
Your favorites yet?
Yes, we have found Headmaster. That's the thing we did ourselves.
Hmm.
But I'm not going to leave your natural side. In particular. I'm going to make sure that you can see me and I can see you no matter what.
Excuse me. Hey, careful.
Has there been precedent for it? I'll find out.
In relation to?
I assume we're not going full on, considering.
No, we won't.
Now you should start by being on the ground.
I know this is a very hot request for the both of you, but please don't destroy the Academy. May this be an exposition for our candidates, and may no major fatal wounds be shown today.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking. Oh. You two, I wanted to fucking spar you two, and you guys don't tell me that you're having a spar?
Do you want the next one?
I do have my equipment. I don't have much casting in me, but I don't need to cast. At least I won't be needing to go that serious against right now, at least.
Alrighty then. Then goes to you. Same type, exhibition match. Don't go too crazy, don't break the Academy. No major
So we're
injuries.
killing him first, right?
I was thinking the same.
That's crazy. Oh, that's not nice. My old bones.
By the time everyone's out of the field, I'll start the countdown. All ready?
Ready.
Understood. At 0, you all begin. 3, 2, 1, 0, begin.
Well, you're just gonna sit there and take it, so go and use it necessarily as fun.
Like. Begin with that shit.
Fisticuffs?
Careful of the boulders, friend.
I missed you on purpose.
Well, we have to be careful of the Academy. How can they learn if you break the damn thing? I've missed getting hit by you. It's been a minute since I've actually had a reaction. Okay, that's unfair. God, I hate those damn guns.
Remind me what this does.
Speed.
Fine.
Of course you can just ignore the damn
You left me right. Oh, I was suggesting we team up.
Of course. Any ideas?
But Lazarus, you're damn annoying.
Oh, I don't want to hear that with the one with guns. Try not to break the rest of the place. What I'd give to blast you right now is you have this range. Careful, Bragg. You're gonna hit me too. You already did.
You're faster. Dodge.
Tired already?
Not quite. We were dancing, Lazarus. Right.
You got him smiling.
We're cold.
Damn it. I wanted to go for more.
You already got the free-for-all you wanted.
I know. Oh. I'm glad this trip paid off more than just me having to fucking do paperwork.
I actually will have to have Reginald get me for that shot you hit me in the shoulder.
Thank you.
I had to at least leave a mark on you this time.
Well, with the both of you. Right, Hayden, debrief.
All set.
The place is a mess. All of you did fantastic, adapted to each other's strengths.
See, good thing
There
is,
wasn't that a
it's
moment.
mostly on you two. Not me. Not this time.
Actually, no, it's on Braggy. Fill my holes that you made in the
That's
blacktop.
not fair to him. No, you pay for those. Or I'll take it out of your pay myself.
I pay him.
Alright, they're still watching us.
I expected
Show
that.
some professional play. They're gonna have a lot of questions on all of you, so
I expected
have fun
that.
with that.
I figured the moment of fun would outweigh the cost.
Did it? Did it outweigh the cost?
Alright.
Now that it's over, probably not.
Out of the ground. Come on, that's a lot to fix.
You had, a smile. That's the good part.
I enjoyed it.
I can help you fill the holes before I leave. Good.
I appreciate
It's been a
that.
minute since I ain't been able to fight you two. Of course, we're both Earth, Makes your job easier, too. Bragging.
Vito,
Whoa!
I got the approval. Yippee.
You want to do that now or later?
We were discussing in relation to repairing the blacktop.
Okay.
Oh.
That's formally been given.
Don't worry.
That's formally been given to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll get Voltage for that later. I'll make sure.
Alright.
I think I've asked you for too many
there,
spars when it felt like I felt that boulder, honestly.
We can do it later tonight instead of doing it now.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's
it'll be
probably
easier
for the
in my
best.
lacking clothes.
You did not sufficiently destroy it enough for them to replace this asphalt with something that hurts my feet less.
Hmm. Sucks
Well,
for
we're the
you,
ones that have
Norset.
to repair it.
What? No.
Froggy.
Place the
Training should be done in
Yes,
Donna's
Valdez.
up here with a delivery for you.
Delivery.
What did you order?
Professor Maggie,
Yes, Candidate Scarlet.
would you like this? I draw people, and I drew you. And I'll hand you the paper.
Thank you, Candidate. I would like this.
There you go.
Don't make the moment too big.
I will come up with something.
What did I miss? If you figure it out, let me know.
Internal drive is important.
I was just gonna ask you how you do it.
Gives power to choice and action.
Learned a lot. Also, make sure they can get down the ramp when you're done. Yes.
Hello, Bun.
Good watch for the both of you.
I have your macaron.
Need to see your boss and Bragg and I fight.
Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Only heard the stories.
2 CC.
Insert all the ability I'm allowed to against humans. Both all of us have spells we wouldn't dare
It
use
is
against people.
lavender overload. It will taste similar to perfume.
I'm taking that out of character.
To be fair,
Alright.
Braggy and I
Bad
fought
habit.
like calamities, not humans.
I was also told to help you down the ramp. Do you have brakes?
No.
In that case, give me a moment.
Morning.
I have fallen.
You have.
Are you alright?
I am okay. Thank
As
you.
you expected, that felt like a wall, not like a person.
So if you're fine.
If you're alright, I won't keep you.
Alright.
Okay. I hope you enjoy.
If you're still open, I'll be there for coffee.
Understood.
Have a good rest of your day, Bun.
Tea that they're having as a special today is pretty good, actually.
Is it?
Professor, I'm hunting. Man-hunting. Again. Every fucking week. Someone new.
I say that jokingly. Those headphones on
What is the duration of your
Informative to watch.
domain?
Absolutely. I've only heard the stories of them fighting. Speaking of, hello, Braggy.
Hello.
Technically dormancy. I just sit very still. If I don't,
Did you enjoy the show?
I charge.
Very informative.
Understood. More suitable than
He was still holding back on me.
teams and sugar and fuel.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We heard.
Yeah.
Go to Shall we head to the tailor shop before it gets too late?
The raccoon knows how to dance. Raccoons don't normally know how to dance.
Oh, was Evan...
I told you they're smart little creatures.
Chaz is freaking out again.
Inform Evan as well.
I'm aware. Looks like the raccoon got free.
Economy is not a thing that is normal from an ecological standpoint. So why does a raccoon understand capitalism?
How many have you killed?
I think it was interesting.
Why would it not?
Mr. chose a role for me.
The scavengers, they're not hunters.
Explain from the beginning.
I haven't seen one of them with an attitude.
I had an epiphany and a question when it came to the ecological system. Because in order to fix the desolate...
Here's a bag with macaron in it.
Yes.
Right.
If you see a pod or any nascent monster,
I brought back some loaves of bread.
as soon as possible.
3 purples, 2 red. You're getting more food.
I'll take more.
Here you go. You take the whole bag.
After today, you're probably gonna do your calories.
Yeah, please do. Especially because the inn's closed right now, because Miss Brent, I think, might still be asleep and Marie got sick. So,
I don't have
the
to
bakery's
worry
the only
much
place
about
with food right
calories
now.
anymore.
We can go. Shall we? We can inform
Let's
that
start
whenever
things
we
like that.
return to the dorms.
No, Raccoon, right.
We have a week
So,
to 20 chapters. That should
it
not
started
be
with a question of why was there a raccoon, and the impact of how plants are important for animals. And then the question was then, how do magical beasts eat? They eat magic, but magic has to stand outside besides the occasional rare cluster or a city. Because they don't act like how sloths were described. They're not slow, they're very fast and quick and ready for any moment, and they act like how carnivores do. Besides the occasional pod that looks cute, and I had to explain to the mechanic shop lady why you can't tame a pod as a pet and ride it as a mount. That was a very long conversation. But besides that dramatic event, no, it was the small goblin. I forget her name. The one in charge of the mechanical shop that says things that are weird. Says things with the complete different reason behind what they say and have a complete different reason from what they say. But that's another thing. But no, raccoon, right, raccoon. So me and a coworker, we went to the garden after talking to Paz. Because I don't know how to track animals yet, though I was told there might be a student who does. And I don't know things about plants, because that's the one class I failed. So I was told there might be someone else who knows about plants. And from there, figure out if it is factually more than just the one raccoon that's going into the garden, and try to figure out why they're not staying in the forest, if there's a inconsistency out there we need to be aware of.
Pull out a yellow
compared to
one.
in here.
I might be able to help you with that.
Pull out a yellow one. I'm holding the bag of macarons. Pull out a yellow one.
Okay. I don't know which ones are
Keep
bad or
going
good.
with the story.
Right. So that's why we were over here, because
I do know about
professor
nests.
mentioned.
Limoncello.
Good.
Yeah, my
Because if
roommate.
there's raccoons in the area, we might have maybe pigeons or crows or other birds. Those are the only 2 ones I could find names for that are consistently near civilizations. Or described as being near civilizations, at least. Also the bookstore apparently is ordering an animal handling book. So I asked them to order me another one, because it's important to understand how to treat animals and how to care for them. Because even if magical beasts have their own variables, there may be some consistencies to try and understand how they live normally when they're not trying to be big murder creatures. Because they have to survive one way somehow, and I doubt it's because of them cannibalizing each other. I wouldn't be surprised if there's small forms of that, at least with runts in the litter. But that's besides the point. There's still a few more variables, though. A raccoon that can dance and sing and try to buy things in a grocery store and have a card breaks that variable completely. But it might just be an outlier. It's just gonna be an outlier. It does not count.
Ches.
Spider George does not count the list of outliers. He eats 3,000
Ches.
spiders a day. Yeah.
I've seen that raccoon chew through metal bars. Don't bother trying to understand the raccoon.
No, you're right. This is
Outlier.
This is Spider George all over again.
Think of it more like a magical beast.
I should study it alive first before wondering if its organ tract is different. It might be different than normal raccoons, or maybe more
Do
similar
not,
to normal magical beasts.
do not kill or dissect the raccoon.
No. And I meant in a sense of it might be different. But I wouldn't want to do that because I'm scared of how people might react to that kind of question. You better to just keep an eye on its vitals, see if you can listen to the pulse if it's similar to the same heart rate.
You can study it. And if you can, keep it captured. Return it to the guard and emphasize, if you do, that they should not let it go again.
Raccoons are known to be very tricky, and if this one understands normal things. Right.
Don't bother with it if it's
Thank you.
going to just make you more anxious.
Not anxious, more something I'm still confusing.
We'll need her in Vokai.
I'll figure it out.
I believe you can do the whole area here.
You always do. Glink, you should
Yes, of
form
course.
a health and safety committee. It would suit you.
This isn't the first time things was brought up to me, like people bringing up that there should be safety.
And your
rules. I always thought
expertise,
that
I'm
was
sure
you.
we can build something of
The raccoon has a
No,
memory
it was the
card
other
to
guy
one
who
of the
poisoned
stores
you.
in town.
durability.
But you also brought it up.
No, that's just because we had a lot in
Leave
common.
pillars to conduct your work.
There is a possibility that there's some Fey answers.
I enjoyed it.
It should be fine.
I wouldn't poison you.
Yes. Very good.
Got to move your legs a bit.
You will want to do your test sooner
I
rather
wouldn't.
than later,
Stretch.
in case it morphs
I got to stretch.
You nearly took me out.
Oh, right.
I never got Reginald to check my shoulder. I
Back
should
you
probably do
mentioned
that.
It might be like how magical
I did
beasts
show
are to a
them
sense of
my shop.
might evolve to get worse, like how pods are.
you
That is a
to
terrifying thought. Like if a magical beast can make itself look like a normal animal, it is a terrifying thought I don't want to think about.
That one that was
Ches.
Pods exist.
Ches.
They were
Ches.
asking me about other
find out
combinations that
eventually.
could possibly
Until
cause
you
explosions.
have proof
If you
that the raccoon is a magical beast in disguise, assume it is a
I really
raccoon.
want things to explode.
Find the general and have that talk.
I tried telling them that water and
Research its
you know,
behaviors compared to other
electric,
raccoons.
thunder, whatever you want to call it,
Have fun,
See
Ches.
if we can try and get its vitals.
they would have none of it.
It's ironically, fire is probably one of the less useful ones.
I am
in
not
terms
sure
of
what the
higher power.
blue feathery ones.
It is good for combustion.
Seems rather taxing.
It is, in fact, necessary.
There he is.
Unless you have something that compresses very hard.
How's it going?
Yes.
I'm enjoying my macarons.
Keep a note of it.
Is there something you wanted?
Yes.
Nice. Nah.
I love
Walking around.
Don't let me
Hanging
keep you
out.
then.
Ah, electric cars. I love
Enjoy your macarons.
I will. Always do.
It's taken a while.
I understand.
I was lucky enough to get mine, especially considering I'm not necessarily one of Reinhold's.
Now's a good chance to get that coffee. Still can't exert myself fully. I at least got to untense. Maybe even stretch a little. I want to get to the point that I can exert. Councilwoman Hayden.
Hello, Bragg.
Hmm.
So,
You got
I
more
want to
comfortable.
help with something, okay? Oh, it's too tense in that damn clothing all the time. So, they're asking me on how I came down to be finally a Tonfa user. Would you like to enlighten them on our path and what made me go through that way?
The Warden General went through. This is what, your third arms?
Yes.
His first arms was a large hammer. I broke that one. His second arms was a pair of gauntlets. You decided to switch to the Tonfas for what reason? Suited you better? Oh, you broke
I
them.
broke the gauntlets. Yeah. And then I thought the Tonfas would fit better. So then I decided to go with Tonfas instead.
And you seem to be enjoying them so far.
Yeah, they're quite fun actually, especially the ones I have designed. I can flip them around and use the little circle thing to clock them in. Most fun indeed.
You just picked it up just like that?
No, he trained with it. Don't let him lie to you.
No, I had such a talent. You should have seen me back in my younger days.
A real prodigy.
Truly.
Just find myself confused. Out of my element, I suppose.
Oh?
All I really know how to use is my fists, and then, well, I use tonfas, and I find myself lacking a lot of knowledge and imagination, I suppose.
You've got time to learn.
You have plenty of time to decide as well. But if you do end up deciding to take up Tonfas, if you really need it, I can assist you. All you have to do is ask me personally, and I will. Though I can promise you it's not going to be easy, and I can't teach you too much. That's what his job's for.
There's no time frame to mastery.
If I get the opportunity to do so, I think anything difficult means it's something worth doing.
I agree with that.
That's it. See, you can ask him. He's one of my disciples currently. And I make sure he goes through hell. But look at his potential.
Yep.
I suppose as a frame of reference, it took me 15 years to master my arms.
That is a little comforting. Well, actually, that is very comforting, so...
Listen,
thank you.
You're still young, and you don't even have an arms yet. Don't get so caught up in mastery, or that'll stunt your growth now.
Dallas. Carbuncle.
Hello.
See you all.
How long did it take you to master your arms?
What kind of then I can just read instead of asking the questions on it.
Quite a few years. Still wouldn't seem to call its master yet. Not seen its full potential. To upgrade it slowly over time.
Did you have experience with that fighting style before you obtained your arms?
No. Dogs know. I tried to be a gunner. I have shit aim.
You know, I find that, comforting. I don't think I'm made for casting, but I'm going to try anyways. Who knows, maybe I might be a gunner.
There's your answer, candidate.
If it makes you feel better,
Brad.
I transfer to entirely
It's not
different
my
arm
issue.
types almost constantly.
Understood.
While the raccoon is in the city, it is the city's
Especially
issue.
with
They do not
And
want.
said once you do
They do
find
not
something
want
that
me
works and just feels
attempting
right,
to
stick
pick up
with
a
it.
small,
But I
fragile
like this way of
object
thinking.
throughout the
I
city.
don't like to believe that there's a true mastery in terms of anything. There's always better. There's always more.
If anything, Father Laz.
I see.
Here's my perspective.
What? What do you want?
You're fast enough. You can capture the raccoon.
For what? Oh, if I wanted to, yes. But it's not my problem. I'm going back to Reinhold tonight, so.
Something different. And
it's Lindell's issue.
ideally, you'd like to help you figure out what you'll be good at before you pick.
That's the official stance of the Warden General, so take it to heart.
Always change and adapt.
Understood. I will not be touching the raccoon.
If it bites you, that's on you.
Understood.
Unless you are simply incapable.
I appreciate the insights, all of you. Thank you.
And candidate, you're not going to be punished for failure.
The only punishment comes when you're out there. That's when you need to take it seriously. While you're here, you have time for trial and error. Don't waste it.
It's better for you to find exactly what suits you best, rather than try and force yourself into something that doesn't. That'd be waste of potential.
Isn't he so insightful? Oh, he's so smart when he puts his mind to it.
Thank you. Sincerely.
Each
I
of you
won't
has
be
the
taking up
potential
any
to be
more
a
of your time.
titled warden.
That's some high praise.
I hope to see it.
The most we can do now, because again, we don't know exactly what we're fighting. We can only prepare so much. Study and prepare. That's how it is. Exactly. If you fail to plan to fail.
The Beast Professor?
So.
About what
We have not
maybe...
spoken with. Nah, we have not done that.
That's a good idea.
Evening, sir.
Evening. You have a question over here.
For you, sir.
Yes.
For the keep next week, if you had to put it in your own words, what would you expect? We've heard that it's a simulation of the actual thing, be it more forged of what we could expect, but what would you say, sir?
It's accurate. It'll be exactly like what you'll be facing in the future.
As I thought.
As for things you might encounter, I'll be covering that in next week's lesson.
Thank you, sir. There you go.
Never hurts to ask.
No, it does not.
Guard.
I imagine pods at minimum, however, so they can still be dangerous even alone.
What are you in the mood for?
I already got given macarons. Mostly coffee.
Yeah? Understandable. Something wrong? Oh, right, stairs.
I always dislike this part.
Careful now. I'll open the door just for you.
Thank you.
How do I tell him how I got it?
I feel like you're filthy rich at this point.
Say that someone delivered it to you randomly.
Repair costs are
Alright.
Say it was a secret
Fair enough.
admirer.
I
Who
see.
also loves.
Headmaster. Hi, Lord General.
Yes.
I wish you the best of luck.
Hi.
Continue with the plan, Ares.
Well, it seems all of you are going for it, so...
Feel free here. I'll just hand you the bag. Feel free to go put them into the bag.
Thank you.
From the shelter, okay? They have already been paid for.
Thank you.
One macaron as per usual.
I was already given several macarons. I'd like
Hello,
coffee.
Lazarus.
What?
Hello,
Some
Marcus.
coffee, understood, sir. That will be 1 CC.
What'd you order?
Tea and pancakes.
Oh, that's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Thank you. And here's your
You
coffee.
come to bother me, or are you just here to eat food?
Oh, no, I'm definitely here to
I heard a secret admirer bought you 8
sure.
dozen.
I'm sure.
What can I get for you today?
Thank you so much. You said, oh, you're delivering it to me. Give it to me. Let me see.
It's 2 bags.
That is literally 8 dozen of those rolls with jelly.
Feel free to go and grab 3 loaves.
Yeah.
You know me too well.
Aries paid for half of them.
Half and half.
How much was it?
Don't worry about it.
48 cc's per dozen. So like 90 something cc's.
Little going away,
You're
Gil.
so nice to me.
I know you're leaving soon.
With all luck, you'll have an overdose on sugar and die. You'll no longer be my problem.
Oh, no, that's not how it works. You know I work my ass off to work out. If only that was how easy it was to get rid of me, little man. It's okay.
If I could have a refill, please, on my tea.
No, that's exactly how I remember Valdris.
What?
On that.
Ares seemed surprised. Dusk.
Thank you.
Robbie.
Welcome in.
Did you drink?
Can I get something for you today, sir?
Some toast and jelly.
I hope you're looking forward to your promotion, because I'm gonna kill your boss.
We do have a
understand.
Wait, Valdris right now?
What did he do? Tangerine white tea.
He drank his tea.
Chamomile herbal tea.
Fuck.
I need to go see that. I need to go see that.
The latter.
I just sat down.
And you said you wanted a roll with jelly in it, sir?
You can enjoy your stuff first.
No, if Laz is dying, I have to be there.
Good luck.
I'm not going to need it. Laz might.
Pardon, have you seen Reginald?
I have not seen Reginald around. I was actually going to ask you as well. Oh, there he is. I thought Valdris would be hunting Lazarus right now.
He is still on the hunt, and very angry.
Lazarus drank his tea.
That explains a lot. That is the top rule. Do not fuck with that.
Though,
I'm gonna sit here.
Behind you.
are you looking for Reginald for a purpose?
Damn it.
That's all his fault. He ratted you out.
God, he's fast.
There is a candidate I wish to speak to.
Laps run town now.
I'll go get the way.
I have not seen Reginald.
Start running.
Most likely he's either in the
Where have you
center
looked
of
thus far?
town. I just came from the academy, but he might be in there. I was not checking inside,
I should go find
merely outside of the building.
I need to go find my partner. I don't know where they've gone. Have you seen the to general? dorm.
He's currently on his way running up to the academy.
Chasing him.
Oh, understood. I've received an order.
For action, he's running away from
If you're not in chase, or are you in pursuit?
I feel like
Sorry, will you speak with me?
for this to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
expected that much.
I'm not currently in pursuit. I'm currently enjoying a performance.
I did have a quick, not
Yes, what is your question?
not a quick question, but I know what the news says, but I wanted to hear from you personally. I've been asking wardens element their class when they fill out in the field.
I believe you'd have a unique take on it than the other ones, so I
I
wanted to
suggest you
hear
two get out of the way.
from your own mouth.
You're going to have to repeat the question. I heard the bit about the press, and the rest of it was
You seem
muffled.
to be fine, actually.
I've been asking wardens about their element, their role, and what subtype of the role they fill out. I think you'd have a unique take on it, but I wanted to hear what, your own word, what you thought about it. What you do as a warden.
As a titled warden, especially when it comes to fighting calamities. My element is earth. I am a tank. I can perform functions of other classes, mostly through brute strength. I can somewhat be a gunner, but I'm not close to some of their capabilities.
Why was the term slay
I guess that is technically true.
for either?
Because the general
Ultimately,
drink.
I can survive things others can't. My goal is always to be there, in the front, taking hits that others can't,
Oh yeah.
and keeping my fellow wardens
like a tough-
alive.
Yep. I
Definitely
watched
sounds
it
like a tough
happen,
role.
And I watched the slow
A
turn.
hit that does not land on my fellow wardens is something the support does not have to heal, or the fighters have to work around.
I find that take interesting. And unlike other wardens that utilize weapons, yours is either your body or your clothing, I assume.
I have to see what time he's leaving.
My arms is my
Sorry.
body.
I believe
I
he has,
figured.
probably another hour.
I'm like,
Weirdly enough, I think it would fall into its own arms category as an augment, right?
I would just walk.
I refuse to give any further detail about my arms at this point.
The one that's running with the weights is
Okay.
given orders by the principal to run.
I didn't have any
not
more,
him.
honestly.
I mean
I'm not trying to
Ares
pry, I'm
likes to use
just
magic
trying to get
everywhere.
ideas for myself. I appreciate your answers, though. It means a lot.
No,
It
he
helped me
was
learn a
fine
little
to
bit more
run.
about
The only time I stopped him from running was
wardens
whenever he
and
almost ran into
what
the
being a
battlefield.
titled warden seems to be, at least in your case.
Assuming that
Seems
that would have to be
tough,
cleaned up
but
somehow.
that's what the role
Oh,
calls
yeah,
for.
It's a perspective that I'm hoping to give some to all of you. I've said this before, but all of you have the potential to become titled wardens. None of you is lacking in potential from what I've seen so far.
What was the mechanic at the school?
Honestly, my hope would be all of us do. We just get to stick together that way.
Ultimately,
But
my goal as a teacher
regardless.
is to give you as much perspective, knowledge, and ability as possible to keep you alive.
I do hope to gain that from you then. I look forward to your classes as always.
I
But
look
I have
forward to
completed
teaching
my own
them.
personal homework with that.
And have you
Definitely
started your
excited.
official homework from dusk?
I have read a little bit in my spare time, but I've been helping Milo a little bit. They're doing some medical checkups, and I wanted as their partner to make sure I was there and paying attention. But I have already set up with myself, Hickory, Dickory, and Milo. Once the power goes down, we're going to be starting reading together. So, don't worry, I have that covered.
Good. It's good you already have a plan for it. If I remember
It's gonna
right,
be my suggestion
Milo
regardless.
was one that's going into the keep run.
Yeah, that, he is. I unfortunately didn't get slotted with him, but I've already talked to the general and the headmaster. There was a reason for that, and I honestly agree with the reason. Milo needs a little bit more, how do I word? Individuality assessment? He's a really good partner, from what I can tell. He's really interesting, but he doesn't have a lot of personal interests, or personal takes. But he's also a unique Warforged. So, that calls for its own. I'm not gonna push it right now. I've only just met Milo, but it is something of my own personal concern with being a partner of his. Not like I don't want to be his partner, but like I want to learn more about him as time goes through. Help him the best I can.
I think most likely you'll be fine.
I figure.
But thank you for sharing that with me, Warden. Candidate.
Of course.
I'm too used to talking to you.
Apologies.
I know what you mean. You don't always have to add the second part. That is our ranking. It's more of a added hassle. I'm not gonna go, oh, I'm a warden now, guys. But it is something interesting, and I mean, I'm talking to the professors that'll help me do that as time goes on.
You've
Plus, I'm
already
not a
spoken
Warforged
to
expert,
Soliloquy,
so-
then.
Yeah. Soliloquy's the one personally helping Milo in figuring things out in endeavors. Whatever I learn is just offhand information from Milo. Whatever he's comfortable telling me. I share to you because it's your guys' job to help me work with Milo and make sure I do well. Kind of hard to do that when you don't have the full context.
We'll have to see in the
Regardless.
keep evaluation.
I hope he does well. I'm sure he'll at least do well. He's not a bad partner. So, I trust that group. Thank you for answering my questions, though, for as much as you could. I know a lot of it's personal, so I try and be careful to each warden I talk to. But all the answers that you give me I appreciate. Helps culminate my idea better. What I want to do at the end.
And what is your current idea for your arms?
I know I'm going support. That much especially after talking to... How do I pronounce your name again? I keep messing it up.
Ader.
Ader. I can do a lot with support that I want to, but I want to be frontline support like a lot of the people have been teaching us. My idea is to use a type of spear, something to give myself range if need be, but still be useful in closer combat. If I do pick electricity, one of the main elements that I have in my mind, I do plan to potentially use the excess charge I generate from my magic potentially back into my arms. Potentially using it to increase my offensive capabilities without needing a second core. All of this is banking on the fact that I will never see a second core in my life, just theoretically. So the idea is giving myself as much of a boon without my weapon becoming too much of a bane. The way I have it designed in my head... Ugh. Killed me with fear. The current design I have right now wouldn't break the weapon itself if the boons were to... The mechanics that make the boon were to fail. It'd still be a spear at the end of the day. I'd still be able to use it like a normal weapon, which is the main goal. I also... With the most recent shield fall, I wanted to make a weapon in remembrance of that last event. So I had the idea of managing my spear to also be a flag, potentially also helping me in the support role. The role I kind of want to fill out as a flag bearer.
For Brayden.
Correct. And countless others that have fallen.
It's noble. I like it.
I like this one. Yeah.
It's the...
Keep me updated.
Ever since that event, it's been in my mind. A lot of the arms concept I have, early ideas, were reminiscent of the previous user's weapons. I only recently found out that there was a flag bearer there, but other weapon designs were actually based on some of the the individual wardens and even one of the, not the wardens, but the people who made the arms. One of the Blackstones, actually. But that also all culminated into the idea of being a flag bearer. Because I could also change it in future times to symbolize other things that I wanted
But my thought is,
as
what
we
medical
grow as
condition
wardens.
could he possibly have, other than
A long-lasting
I don't even
concussion.
I had this discussion with a candidate earlier.
lack of visual acuity?
You don't need to worry so much about what the final form of your arms will be. It has changed multiple times for multiple wardens. Lazarus, as an example, has gone through 3. His first was a hammer. His second were gauntlets.
I can
And now
see
his
it.
final one's tonfas.
Oh, did you get to talk to Felix at all?
Yes, he came to ask me some things. In fact, he also offered some insight.
That's good. I told him to talk to you guys, and we were bouncing ideas off, so I encouraged him to talk to you guys. Well, you in specific.
Well, I look forward to more questions, because I have a feeling he will propose more to me in the future.
Late already?
Damn it
The day goes by too fast. Yeah, they're telling me. Shoot. But, yeah. At the very least, I want to keep the remembrance of Brayden somewhat within my first concept of my arms. Whether that be something as versatile as a flag, or as something a little bit more hard-set in design.
Students
so far,
in faculty,
the
as
current
it is now
running idea is flag.
nighttime, the school gates will be closing. Please head into town.
I hope
The
that
idea is
stays.
malleable enough to... Honestly, so do I. The idea is malleable enough as classes continue, but the best way... If I get another idea, I will work with it. But I'd like to curate this idea better as classes continue. That is my current goal.
And they'd like to be remembered. All the cities that have fallen.
Remembrance is always a good thing.
If you want more detail, and things you might not have known, I would recommend asking Paz. He's well versed on the history of a lot of cities, including ones that have been fallen long ago.
Make sure to do that. The more I can put on the flag, and is the more I can work with in terms of a detail. The more memorable a flag is, the more people remember each different city.
Wait, I thought the professor's my
So,
name.
I'll definitely, if I see him again, I'll talk to him. If not, definitely by next lesson, I'll have a chat with him.
I would definitely recommend it. Though you will definitely be
that.
seeing him next lesson.
Sounds like it's an easy fetch for me
Professor
then.
Becky?
Picking up?
Hello, 721.
I have been, the principal has officially changed my name.
Did you need something?
What is your new name?
Oh, no,
My name, my new name is Sevi Lily Tenebris.
I have not gotten the one.
That's a very nice
Candidate
name.
Sevi, then.
Okay.
It will happen during.
We'll get that over the week. Yeah.
Sevi
Okay.
Lily Tenebris.
But I do suggest we do more. even though
Sevi
it
was
might not be,
given.
like,
Said
optimal,
Lily was
fun
given to
things
me
can
by
be good
you.
to bond.
So I made that my middle name.
Help you learn more about yourself and a lot of other things.
Going to invite me beyond for the next 2 years.
You're not going to shut up about this, are you?
Spitting on me.
Oh, absolutely not.
As I said,
Right.
claim it for yourself.
They meant for a shine.
Fitting.
You
It
know how
works.
metal can
It has a
be-
nice ring to it.
You can
It's good
clean it
to
up a little
hear.
bit, and it's kind of
Candidate
shiny.
Sevi.
Thank you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That was the last place I saw Marcus.
That's all I wanted to
I
say.
found him. I found him. No,
Okay.
you're fine. You're in the clear.
In that case, enjoy the rest of
lied
your
to me.
night.
If I hadn't
That
found
bastard.
him, though. If I hadn't found
And make
him.
sure to be inside your dorms for curfew.
I'm watching you.
Okay.
I'm glad you
Lied
found
to
him.
me.
We're doing a study
You can
group
watch
tonight.
me.
I'm so
You won't be able to see me.
excited. I don't know how to read
I know.
papers.
Damn it,
I
Brad!
have an
Can you
answer,
like,
don't even-
can you like break my leg
don't
so I
even
can say that I
move.
can't leave
Like
and make up an excuse?
Are you serious?
fucking specialist.
Oh.
At least I know.
Anyways,
Thank you.
I was making fun of one of the ones.
What?
I'm glad you found
Why
him.
would you do that?
I'm not going to keep you from doing your job.
I know, but I want to stay. Look at all these
Also,
promising candidates.
you already have something to do before you leave.
Never mind.
You agreed to
I'm
help
glad
fill
you
in the
found him.
holes.
My little fucking.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
How are you doing?
Good.
How's your day been?
Lots of reading.
I'm gonna be starting with
Comprehension.
my dorm mates.
Oh, I didn't do my. I'll have to do extra tomorrow. I meant to do laps. And normally I switch. I'll do laps around the school. On the blacktop.
There are several that do it in the
Make sure I
morning.
don't.
You can most likely join them.
Was made to do 20. Well, 8.
Headmaster.
I prefer doing
more
it
'cause it-
a little
Hello.
later.
Hello, Valdez.
Without everyone around.
Hello again.
I haven't moved.
I keep telling
It
you,
sucks
you
that I have
can
to
look at
leave.
me.
I want to say so bad. Your candidates
You're
are
not
very
gonna see
I'll
promising.
disappear whether you look at him or not.
You'll see them in Reinhold when we're
As
there.
annoying as it is.
I know, but that's like a month and a half away. It's too long.
I'm aware.
Guess it's a drop in the bucket.
Except they keep making it my problem.
Alright. You're human. Never mind.
If you're referring to the
That's
raccoon.
not fair.
Wow.
That's not fair.
No, I was referring to Aries showing up.
We're not on school grounds anymore. Wow!
Yeah, get him.
Raz,
Get him.
I was not listening. What did
I
Valdez
almost
say?
let
You don't
a
like to
word slip,
gamble.
but I probably shouldn't.
He said it's a drop in the bucket. A month and a half is, but I'm human, so that's why it's different from me.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds
I had
like
a bunch of really
Valdez.
good talks
He
today.
hasn't changed at
That's
all.
bullshit.
Good. I had a
Bragger.
I didn't have a lot, but I mean, everyone I did.
Yes.
I'm asked
So-
for a spar
Oh, I
sometime
saw
during the week.
Aries jump scare scout. It was very funny.
I'll be available.
The reaction each time.
You.
I may be preparing for my lesson, so we can plan that
stock
out.
up on food for the study night.
Yeah, that's
Let's
fine.
get some
Pretty
sticks,
important.
some coffee, maybe some more
The
cigarettes.
bakery
I
is
wish I
having a
was in
deal
your-
on pies right now.
What'd I do?
So I'm gonna get some of those.
I'll explain later. You fucking owe me though. You are forever in my debt.
You just reminded me they have pies.
You and Theo
They have a
both.
special. They have mystery meat pies for 5 cc's.
I'll be grabbing one of those then.
Shut up. Come here. Shut up.
It's a full-size pie too.
Hmm.
It's a little on the
dinner.
price you're in, but for a full pie, I mean, exactly. After you.
Thank you. Hold on. That was a struggle.
Same
Have a nice evening.
Nothing like that one day, though, unfortunately.
What can I get for you two?
I heard you have mystery meat pies.
What it was about that day.
We do. There's about 2 left.
Just seemed
And
really
I suppose we'll each take one.
Sounds good.
5 cc's
similar to
each.
what happened.
Thank you. Do be careful. Thank you. Let me get you those pies. Let's see.
Have a good evening.
I've known your family my entire life.
Have a good evening.
With your conversation with Dusk,
What you go through.
are you planning on something support-based for your arms?
1 meat pie.
To be determined.
2
Thank
meat
you.
pies.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Please enjoy.
Well, do you also have
Any snack foods or anything on the ready? We're having a big old study session tonight.
I have biscuits.
Get sleep where you can.
I could take
Would you like
biscuits.
some of those?
Fill your energy well.
Cookies?
Biscuits will work.
Let's see here. 3 cc's for a dozen. No, 4 cc's for a dozen. Forgive me.
Scout's gonna be helping me modify the
How many
Got
would you like?
8,
to
so
try to
2
look
dozen.
like the shot
2 dozen?
stuff I want to
Understood.
try to make for my arms.
Let me get these into.
We're gonna try to make it so that the mace
There
can
we go.
be a bit of a
2 dozen cookies.
field test of
thank
the
you.
concept of
You're welcome.
flipping a weapon
Please enjoy.
and then firing out of it.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Smart.
2 dozen cookies is a little heavier than I originally anticipated.
And may your bad luck fly away.
Is it?
I've actually been thinking about my position.
Pretty nice things, especially in the fruit variety. Good neckmate of teas, coffee.
But,
if you want
to the
something for a
question,
good morning breakfast, I would
I suppose I'll
recommend
just
it.
keep an eye out for what reaches out to me.
You have time.
The next place
I've told this to several candidates,
is
but
the
you don't have to stick to your arms even after it's been formed. It's more important that your arms has been formed exactly as it suits you. Don't care about the cost.
Right. Of course. Have you known many musical wardens?
I knew one.
What were they like?
They used a flute.
An interesting choice.
They used it to attempt to influence magical beast behavior.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, they could make them drowsier. Make them angrier.
Sedator. Interesting.
Or just
Do you know
generally
them-
make them
Did
distracted.
you know them before they made their arms?
I did. They were part of my class.
Were they very musically, or not musically, magically inclined?
How in the hell do you want me to go playing cards? You want me to do that
No.
with just one arm and then awkwardly try to
No, they weren't.
Oh.
not act like I'm a menacing?
Okay. That's promising.
What
That's
Are
actually
you
a
not magically
huge relief to
inclined?
hear. Not that I know of.
is that gonna be tonight?
No one in my family has really shown any signs of that before, and I mean, I've been a performer up until now. I've never really thought on it.
Magical inclination, while helpful, is not completely necessary to being a good warden. I am not magically inclined. Never have been.
You're also a lot more physical than I am, though.
There's reasons for that. You each have your own strengths. You were handpicked to come to this academy. That wasn't for no reason.
Buildings are all up to code and I already checked everything.
I suppose so.
To go back to your original question, they were not magically inclined. They were similar to you. They had a love for music. Whenever they could, even when not using its abilities, they loved to play their arms. When they came
I
in
like the
before
sound
they
of them.
had their arms. Their flute
How
was
are
a
they doing
family
these days?
heirloom. They're doing well.
But dear,
I don't
Oh,
think you'll have
right,
trouble with it at all.
Here's to hoping. I'm going to drop these over to some of my study mates and hopefully. Oh, cookie.
Large thermos of coffee, large thermos of tea. Where do you want it?
Meat pie, 2 dozen cookies. No idea. Where are we studying?
Perfectamundo. I don't know. Fucking who knows where. We'll figure it out though.
Don't let me
I
keep you
meant
then.
to go by the store before they close. Is the clothing store open still, or do they close?
I have no idea.
6 macaroons, and I've got 6 sweet potato muffins.
I didn't know they were still selling macarons. Fuck me. I got 2 dozen cookies.
Woo! Oh,
And a meat pie.
cookies. They said biscuits. I was like, why is he getting biscuits? That's why I got tea.
Well,
I don't go
What
with
do you
tea
mean?
anyway.
Biscuits are great.
Oh, biscuits are usually what people. Right. Never mind. Yeah, they're cookies.
Mm. What?
Well, fuck off. Let's go.
I was about to say,
Why
let's
are you
put these
telling me to
somewhere. This is
fuck
getting
off?
heavy.
Have a good night, candidates.
Thanks, Breggy. Hate that I missed your fight earlier. I'll have to come by and see it next time you do one.
Well, do we want to do it in one of the rooms, or do we want to do like the dorm cafeteria?
Oh yeah, we could do the cafeteria or like a little.
That's actually not a bad
couch
idea.
Here, let's go leave these there, and then I'm gonna go to check if the clothing store's still open.
We'll put a note on them, and if anybody touches them, we fucking
Here,
look forward to it.
I'll take it.
Oh, thank you.
I saw my baddie
Yeah.
buddy go running off, so I'm going to go see what that was about. Hopefully he's just being a loner.
I'll catch up with you in a little
Thank you,
bit.
professors. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Hi, Evan.
Yeah. Really quick, if I can stop you. That was my left of the talk. I didn't want to interrupt you. You're actually doing something I agree with. I just.
Free to mingle for the night.
I'm not equipped to handle that, so... What?
I know. Little bits like that help from everybody. I know it doesn't feel like you did a lot, but stopping the questions are.
My compliments to you.
The solos are doing
I just do it.
I'm more than happy to talk to
Thank you. Enjoy.
Headmaster,
I appreciate
How's your evening going?
I might make it happen.
have you tried the meat pies?
I wasn't feeling like eating meat today. I just had some pancakes.
Have you tried something special?
They're delicious.
We have so many.
Everything they make is
I
delicious.
tried your tea special. Yes.
I would agree with that.
Right.
I'll have to ask my study partner.
It's
Let me go find.
Let me go find Felix. I'll do that way.
They too have buds.
People on the subject.
I think we're going to be doing it in the cafeteria with.
Did you get your shoulder checked out?
Yes, Reginald healed the hole you put in my shoulder.
My bad.
Principal validity.
That is alright.
Do
It is
you
to be expected,
happen
it's
to
fine.
like macarons?
Not something I would wish to.
I
bring up to
have
large
sweet
company.
tooth. Yes.
No. We have
We do here
a
in fact.
brand
Gave me
of
one earlier.
important things require important. They are
brand.
Mistress macarons. Hello.
Ah, yes. They are famous already.
Did you
Most
ever do one of
I've heard of them from the students.
Questions about elven heritage? Mostly.
Yes.
Just my understanding you can get
I do hope the both of you.
Vacated spot.
There are several subsets. Yes. And you will not know which one until you take a bite. Thank you for your time.
I heard of this earlier.
Best life.
No issue. My culture is something I'm proud of.
Yeah, it's a raccoon.
Who was doing it earlier?
They're a protected
If
species
it
here.
wiggles and you feed it, then it'll wiggle more because it's getting food.
Are they selling well?
Do your best thing.
I am trying to
Miss Bisque.
know how to
Yes.
sit and spell.
Is it Miss Bisque or
Those are good, as
Biscay?
they say.
Bisque.
Bisque.
Unfortunately, the
Very good.
paperwork's been filled out. He's part of the academy now.
I am now. So you're running away from me, I see.
In what
We
way?
have 9 colors and 2 flavors for each color.
That is a good amount of flavors.
Isn't that taking away from your natural...
What are some of your more acquired flavors? I am curious.
Back to Reinhold.
Currently, we have matcha, wasabi, raspberry, red chili pepper, salted caramel, miso, pumpkin cheesecake, cheddar, vanilla, garlic, chocolate, soy sauce,
That one was cheddar.
lemon, pure sour concentrate, blueberry,
Pure sour concentrate.
yes,
Quite
Reginald.
devious of you.
of course.
Hello, Becky.
We put the mischief in
Hello.
the
You
macarons.
see the new medical researcher wander through here?
I haven't seen them yet.
Wasabi and pepper I can handle. The pure sour extract, though, might do me in.
Lodging was trying to get them up to speed on everything.
Perhaps I will risk it, no matter. Sometime.
No, I don't know where they are.
I look forward to seeing you.
I doubt they're
enjoy
inside
it.
the dorms.
Hmm.
School is shut down unless
Well, I
they
think
got
they'd be
locked
this-
inside.
They would room the same place as.
Are they rooming with us?
I know how to answer this question. Not sure. Simon.
Les.
Research. Yes. Okay. Where do you room?
Have you tried the meat pies? Or are you full on macarons?
No, I can have some if you have some spare.
Lovely to meet you.
Take a bit.
It's good to meet you, too.
So.
Have a wonderful night, Miss
Researchers
Fisk.
have one room to themselves.
Goodbye.
I'm trying to figure this out for the new medical researcher that just arrived today.
I'm really not certain.
I'm just sleeping in the shop.
Ah. Is that comfy?
Are you enjoying your last night in Lindo?
Yes, I have to take it in while I have it.
Indeed.
It's just sad
Sure
to me, I
that
must leave.
Many a customer will be coming your way once the candidates start needing materials for their arms.
It's for the best. Reinhold would fall apart without you there.
He's gonna send people to me for custom guns.
Very tiring.
The campaign.
Without you there to stamp things and occasionally dodge work.
But for the arms,
When you word it like that, it sounds like a bad thing.
I'm not allowed to do arm stuff because it's meant to be secret technology, but the students learn how to make and fix themselves.
I'm not a. It's not my area of expertise, but sounds correct.
Think Boy's arms professor, so he told me.
Yes, professors.
Did you get what you wanted out of that spar?
Oh, very much so. I wish we could have gone longer, but I knew better than that.
Thank you, Simon.
If we had gone longer, we'd have all started to get more into it.
Oh, I know.
And you would have actually used something.
I assume they're rooming somewhere near you.
I know, but I have to limit myself, because then if I do too much, then I break the floor like you do, and then it kind of just goes back to square one, and it kind of gets worse and worse.
Yes, sir.
We already broke the damn thing enough. We have to fix it.
Yeah. We'll fix it later.
Yes.
I know.
Funny enough,
We're gonna have to decide to do it soon.
To find its way out here, so.
As I do have to leave relatively before,
Researchers.
you know, countdown.
Tis not my responsibility. So,
We only have a couple minutes before that. We'll deal with it, or I'll deal with it another day.
Then hopefully it won't be.
You have me in spirit then.
Candidates. I'm getting tired of healing from it.
It shouldn't be too difficult to fix.
I can teach you to be a tech panda.
Wanna help you though. You deserve the help.
You should.
Why is that? I broke it.
No, why not?
You weren't the only one. I did some things too. Started Pathologists as its free escape.
How good do you need?
Towards some of the shops, yes.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure all of the holes, or at least if you did make holes, the holes I made immediately broke those and made it larger.
Especially.
I mean, yeah, but that's just because you're different.
My group is it where?
Either way, we're not both exempt from it.
Talked to any of the professors about getting this help.
You'll owe me some food then.
Nice and cool.
Sure. That works for me.
That's an odd little critter.
Anytime it's hot,
This
You've dealt with mine too.
I wish you luck then.
yeah.
And also,
And you all the rest
something
of the
did get here later. So you
Seems
don't
like
get
a
cold.
decently picked group. I wanted to-
Probably born here somewhere. In the forest.
True, but
What made you start a
no
bakery?
one really has.
You and the Scotty.
Not the most. Oh, the little
Yeah.
professor, the little purple one.
What made you start the
We
bakery?
needed
That's what I was
money,
thinking. Must have stowed away on a caravan at some point.
Can do.
and there was a lack of bakeries
sense.
in
Well, I
the
suppose-
area.
Caravan have food. Get
If
some.
there's anything I can help with, I already
They weren't here,
offered to help me on.
but they didn't know.
Maybe look for any caravans that are missing food or have like holes in potato sacks.
Oh, excuse me. I have something to take care of.
Have you enjoyed your
Just take a nap.
It would be
Your
worth looking into.
breads?
Honestly, probably.
I have.
Raccoon would
That
eat
I've
a
had.
lot.
It's all he talks about.
That raccoon
Much as-
eats a lot.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Sadly,
In the space
please
of
me.
10 minutes, like
You did just
12
receive how many
cookies,
dozen bread was it?
I don't know how much
they-
it is.
3
Eight, I
milk
believe they said.
granola bars,
They handed you 2 bags.
Was a lot.
Yeah, of 8
Speaking
dozen.
of,
I think the first thing I've heard you say every single day has been bread.
Understood.
Oh, of course. Bread.
I
Bread.
know
Stayed awake for
Milo
this.
has
But
weapon on them already. Leon has a weapon that's a shovel.
Did I break it?
He hasn't fought before.
He
but
might
I'm
have.
Giving him some
From
tips.
somewhere else,
Yeah,
I'll
it's
grab
alright.
looking to it along the way. If
I'll
it's
pop it back in place later.
here,
I know
then that's a
Ruse's
whole other
is
story.
strong.
please do be careful.
I accidentally put a hole in Valdris.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
sure you guys will get time to coordinate.
I know.
I'm just letting you know. I offer my assistance if.
Wait, was
if
there
I
a reason
can.
you decided to put
So I might have accidentally broken your hand as well.
Wish you guys the best. I hope you guys
Oh, it's just the thumb. I can do everything else fine.
when you were doing your spar, you had
Don't worry too much. I'll be okay.
done your
Hmm, if you say so.
I've had worse.
and
I'll
you
leave
did
I
it
know.
directly into
You're
the
relaxing
side of
then.
this
Won't bother you
woman.
for too long.
If I find them, I'll send them your way.
What does it feel like to have a joint out of place?
How are you doing?
Hmm. The best way to put it in your terms is imagine a screw is
Yeah, I'm getting ready to start
either
all of them
out
in
or
a
too
set.
into where it makes the movement hard to do. Whatever the part is.
I'll probably come and join you later.
Can you feel your own limbs?
Understood.
If you wanna go
You see the one I'm
the
talking
concert
about?
or
Yes.
the group.
You see how
I can feel the pressure.
the line that goes like that, and then you go
serious.
And we can feel our
there's another line before
our
the big lip.
ball joints
That's
as well.
the principle.
That's me. I do
As
that.
our arm and our hands rotate on it.
I suppose the best equivalence would be that you feel constant pressure because the joint is sideways.
I'll join you.
And so you'd constantly be aware of the fact that it is sideways because the pressure is at maximum.
Well, absolutely cool.
The gator man.
Technically.
If I had that much pressure, I'd probably just crack.
Well, that's basically what it is for us.
Depends on how bad the joint's been dislocated. Sometimes it can damage the bone itself, but a lot of the damage goes to the ligaments, which for you would most likely be damage to the wires that help you articulate.
It'll be good when you guys get back to each other.
Understood.
Understood.
I think there's a phrase for this kind of thing.
Is it painful?
Sometimes, yes.
Can't say I really have either.
Some of the other times though, you don't feel it.
Sometimes it isn't. If your joint has been dislocated many times, it becomes easier to dislocate in the future, looser. And it can be done without pain.
And we also have a thing that happens sometimes for us that we call adrenaline. And it basically makes it to where you don't feel the pain for a certain amount of time, so your body doesn't, well, hurt for a certain amount of time. After a bit, it will wear off and you will feel it, but there are some times where you will actually be able to just, you'll know that it's broken or dislocated or
You
whatever
might
the word
not.
is, but you won't fully feel it, right?
Well,
I guess I can somewhat understand the act of it breaking again more easily, as if we are not repaired properly, when we break, that joint or limb, wherever, can break again just as easily. Technically speaking.
But
I've been here to see,
no harm in hope.
see around with things for a couple times.
Thank you for answering my questions.
I think I even have an example.
That's why the council knows me so
I could feel them slide out of place.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Oh man.
They love me. I'm their favorite person. I could find.
I swear,
either-
that stuff
I could
always
find
makes
either
me
of them.
wonder what it feels like when you do that.
It's my spine sliding back into place.
And I could ask
I
them.
know.
They'd say I'm their favorite
And
I
person.
just don't want to think about it.
Sorry.
Yes.
I wanted to ask,
You want them.
what
What do you think of the team overall?
roles do you do?
We said half them
I
can't fly.
assumed it was a
you
tank
have a
or
good
double
day today?
tanking.
Yes.
I am a tank. You are correct in
Just a
that.
tank.
Just a tank. I won't go into several specifics on my arms, but I will say that I only have a single core.
Prepare for tomorrow.
General, would you agree that if I walked up
Okay.
to
Would you
like
like to stay
either
out
of the
for a bit
council
longer?
representatives and
So-
asked them if I was their favorite person,
I
they
can
would
go
say yes.
You-
inside.
Wait, so you have a
Understood.
single core,
Damn.
Let us head back then for now.
and
They love me.
Oh, God.
I'm their favorite
Okay.
person.
how are you so strong then, if you don't mind me asking?
He was so excited to see me earlier today.
It's a combination of two things. The strength of the core and the strength of my arms.
He was so happy.
8 dozen bread.
I will, thank you.
Oh. Okay. And then I assume that your affinity is Earth?
For the road.
Many of us.
Yes.
I bought that many hoping
I
that
don't
you
have
could
any magical inclination,
ration them out
but I am
for
naturally
the 8 weeks is up.
aligned with Earth.
And then I could bring you more.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm
can.
sorry for the
I
questions. I
still
just,
can,
I'm
but,
curious.
You know, like,
I'm here to teach you.
man,
Continue with questions.
We'll do our best.
Save for the trip.
Okay.
Meetings are all set up.
But
he
I will only
was
give so many
and
specifics
then have
on
some
my own
back
arms.
home, and then keep having
That's
some while
fine.
you're back
I wasn't
home.
I don't
gonna
think
ask
so.
you about that, mainly.
I'll see if I can find them.
And then
How
I
long
won't
did it
fault
take
you for being
to-
curious.
Give me a few. Hopefully there's still about.
I
and then you'll have more.
There is
curiosity kills the cat and all that.
And satisfaction brought it back.
Don't eat them all in one night. That's all I'm saying.
I think the
Never heard
phrase
that one.
that I think of
That's
Well,
the
keep
full
in mind.
line.
Yeah, like space them
Oh.
out.
Just a
Sir, that is.
question then. How long did it take
4
you
dozen
to get to your level?
I know you
Get to
like bread.
where you are now?
I've been a warden for 30 years.
It's a it's a gift from me and the principal.
30?
It's rational.
30 years.
And because it's a gift, I must accept it before it spoils, which means I have to eat it.
You can.
What
ration
made you
You
want to
seem
become a warden?
surprised.
Still eat it before it spoils.
So I gotta make sure it doesn't spoil.
It was the best option I had with the situation I was in.
I know how spoiling works. If you don't have to eat it all at once. Yes, I do.
And for your question, it took me, I'd say, around 4 years to get used to my arms. And it took me 15 to master it.
You don't have to eat them all by tomorrow night.
What? Huh? Hi. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Do you think it's selfish for someone to become a warden to protect what they love, not what others love, but what they care for most?
Not at all. If you want to survive as a warden, you need individual drive. A lot of people don't get to choose what drives them. If you've already identified what drives you and you want to protect it, as long as you do right by your fellow wardens, then there's no reason why your drive should be of concern to anyone.
I'll tell him what you did today. He knows what he did.
Okay.
You will not be evaluated on why you are protecting people and why you are going to be helping us remove magical beasts. You're going to be evaluated on your performance, how well you are a warden, how well you work with other wardens, your growth and potential as a warden, and how well you are going to integrate into Reinhold and the Maxim agreement as a whole.
Okay.
What drives you should not matter to anyone.
Yeah. I would hope. So, just motivations and all that, so.
There's only one piece of advice I will give about drives, about why people are becoming wardens. It has to be your own. Becoming a warden for someone else
Please be aware,
because you were
the
told
barrier shutdown sequence will begin in 15 minutes.
it won't be enough.
Please be aware, the barrier shutdown sequence will begin in 15 minutes.
I'll leave you to it.
I've seen a lot of wardens die.
Well, good to meet you, officially. We've been seeing each other in passing.
Most of them were wardens without drives. Not all of them, but a lot of the ones that lived had reasons that came from within about why they wanted to be wardens and why this mattered to them.
It emanates power. I like it.
Right. I see.
You know I'm good at introductions, but I'm bad.
The fact you already have a drive to protect is good, as long as you remember that you accepted to protect more than just what you loved.
I can actually tell you some interesting stuff.
I'm not worried about it, weirdly enough.
Yeah, there's a little. I keep it up on studying.
I think that's something I need to work on, at least right now. I may not have enough time, but I'll try.
We're not ever going to ask you to love something you don't. We are going to ask you to protect it.
I know. Because I would ask the same for somebody else to protect my home. So.
Where do you come from?
I come from the city of Vantel, but I come from a farm. Bloodwells. We're lucky to be a free state right now, but it's only a matter of time before something threatens it.
That's actually how this works.
In that case, I look forward to seeing your growth.
not only would it pull the outfit more together, it would complement
Yes,
the Dr.
of course.
Hanks
Being able to move around
I'll try and do you proud.
in the dark is,
Though I might ask for some assistance in fighting.
I would prefer that. You are the next generation, and our job is to assist you. So if you have any question, ask. And have a good night, Candidate Opal.
Thank you, Professor. Greggy.
Dog! Look at you! Damn! Yeah! Yeah!
Hello, Basil.
Full jam-filled bread just for you. There you
The soliloquy know you're making a ruckus. I know. Here's a macaron. Good dog.
I'll let you know later.
Simon!
Can't believe it.
First thing here is it's one of the smaller ones that was left up to.
It's Soliloquy's dog, Basil.
I'll make sure to talk to him so they don't. Well, you just kind of got that wow personality to you that I have.
They're remarkably intelligent.
I'll be your warden anyway, so if anything actually, they come like bitching to me, and then I would go bitch to whoever it is your.
Like a lot of people will be figuring out things then.
That's me!
Yeah, I can agree.
The
Have a good
general.
night, Braggy.
The general.
Have a good night, Candidate
Yeah,
Adam.
that's me!
Among that crowd. The general. And then I.
General, it's a ringer, isn't it?
Head up to the third floor, that is where all the staff is staying. The first two floors,
Nothing on
the
your
first
mind,
floor is
Prince?
mostly restrooms and a cafeteria where you are free to eat at, and the quality is, well, it's free at least. And the middle floor is where all of the students are staying, so do try to not disturb them too much.
Of course, I can find out.
I believe I will head off myself.
I'm fine with anything.
I'm not trusting my luck, never mind. Look, follow them. They got. Hi, sir.
Has it bitten anyone?
Don't think so. Unless you count me handing it food, and then it kind of nibbled my finger a little bit.
Hmm.
It's Pumpkin. That's his name.
You named it.
I didn't name it. They just told me its name was Pumpkin. So, that's all. Isn't he funny looking? What a weird dog.
He's twitchy.
The whole dorm.
This is a raccoon.
Probably got rabies.
That's the raccoon.
Yes. Get out of the dorms.
We fixed the pen up him for today. We have to put him in the pen next time we go up to the campus. We have to figure out a way to grab him. You just like... Or you just like... I'm not grabbing you. I'm not grabbing. I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you. Okay? Chill.
You're getting out of the dorms.
Good night, Pumpkin.
You can't hurt me, raccoon.
Be advised, the barrier shutdown sequence will begin in 5 minutes. Be advised, the barrier shutdown sequence will begin in 5 minutes.
Very light toss. Go that way.
Are we being tested next week?
That would help. I guess I could.
You're not. How are you ready?
Better than taking my test after you, right?
Good night. It'll be fine.
Good night.
And
Good night.
Good night, Scarlet.
good night. And damn sure we're gonna be debriefing with everyone, right?
Good night, Professor.
Good night, Scarlet.
We're gonna be debriefing with everyone afterwards, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at a different perspective.
I don't think you'll be allowed to do that on the test.
Hey, they did tell us to think outside the box.
One of my favorites.
There's
Calms
no
me down
limit
with
for
a short
sure.
bench. A good calm melody.
By the way, are we still
Kind of like it.
Study session at night.
Well, if it's only...
Yeah. You gotta hold her
Really hiding in the room.
Would the wet claws keep you
like 20 laps around the place.
on wet, or would it need to be...
We are going to be
If your extra occupations do not impact your studies, I would recommend
Of course. I'll do my best. Thank you, instructor.
Of course, you will have a good evening.
I don't have to read.
Steiner,
You should
I
be.
mean, you're still going. Yes, sir.
I'm going to go ahead and forget what I heard about betting.
Oh, yes, sir.
Keep that in mind.
Before you forget, tell me what it was. Is he a betting man? What did he bet on?
Excuse us, Professor.
My bad.
Good
Professor?
night.
Oh.
Hick.
I was wondering if that was one of
Dickory,
the professors.
Dickory.
I can't call it. No. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I can call you Hick and Dick, but that doesn't work.
Hickory. No.
Dick?
You would not be the first.
Yeah. Do you have any preference?
What happened to the last one that said that?
Are you the burner, by the way?
I put my foot through his foot.
I don't know if they were talking about that.
Good time.
We were talking outside about potentially helping them get a better hold on that stuff. She's getting naked.
Yeah, for some reason, Braggy is a fucking Disney princess.
I can show you the car group. I had a chat with I feel like it'd be one of these.
Hmm. Are you looking for something, Reginald?
What was that?
I asked if you were looking for something.
Everyone watches the light fades and the sequence begins. Thank you
Looking
for joining us
a
for this
room for them.
episode. We'll see you next time.
Professor wouldn't appreciate it.
Made my sword.
Alright, your soliloquies problem. Good night.
I'm going to my room.
If you want to go and join them. Probably will myself.
It's a good drawing.
Maybe it's from all the others.
Oh, before the sound kicks in? Alright. Have a good one, everyone. I'm ending it.